I hear you, fan.
Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents another episode of, you know what it is, man. This is Comic Book Talk with Friends on a Monday, man, and this is going to be a hell of a show, man. Definitely. You already know what it is, man. Wearing number 38, 1938, the first official entry point of Superman the way we know and love, at least my Superman again. Definitely want to give a shout out to everybody actually watching. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you are always up to date as to what we got going on over here. So again, I'm guessing that everybody that's basically in the chat right now, everybody who's watching, everybody who's coming in, you've already gone out, you've seen the film, you've watched the film, you've discovered the film, you've basically embellished, you have opinions about the film. We do too, and this is where we're going to have that discussion. Now, I do want to say this, and first and foremost, I said it before, man. My loyalty is not to James Gunn. My loyalty is not to Zack Snyder. So please, everybody in the chat, be civil. That's what I basically expect you to be, and I would want you to be. Because again, we are not saying, and at least I'm not saying that the film is terrible, because I enjoyed myself, but I have to be subjective about my opinions, and that's the space that I basically live in. I would do the same thing, and I did the same thing for Man of Steel. I did the same thing for BVS. I did the same thing for Wonder Woman. I did the same thing for Justice League. Anything that Zack Snyder put out, I had to be extremely subjective about what I thought about the film and what I didn't like about the film. And that's any Marvel film. I would be the same way. And this is how I'm going to be with this. Hell, this is how I'm going to be in a couple of weeks about Fantastic Four when I see it. We have to be subjective about certain things that we didn't like, but also validate the things that we do like. That's what it's all about, man. Plain and simple. This is why we're actually here. So thank you guys, everybody out there, for being with us and having this discussion tonight. It's going to be an open discussion, spoiler discussion. So again, if you haven't seen the film, this isn't where you want to be. But if you have seen the film, this is where you want to be. And I have to give you a fair warning. Jason is on one tonight. So I'm just letting y'all know the stage is split. This is how it's going to definitely be. So if he says a couple of times, trash, don't take it personal. It's just basically his feelings. It's not my feelings. It's not anybody else's. Now, again, you got the one-liners. I call him one take low-key in the building, because Calvin is a man of few words. He only says a few things. He might actually just get in where he fits in. We just got to kind of wait for that. Of course, you know, right now we got Romy Rome, him himself, Prop Wiz, Paul's Wiz in the building. He thinks he's the Lone Ranger. Like he's basically going to be on his own. That's not how it's going to be. And of course, you know, Vinny is going to be as subjective as possible as well. But we also got a special guest here as well that we're going to bring in here in just a few moments. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn, get your drinks, because this is going to be an event just like it was in the theaters, man. So again, I went and saw it again yesterday because I just needed a refresher course, but also I just needed to see it beat by beat by myself so I can just kind of remember certain things and keep it in the cerebellum for today's discussion. So definitely thank you guys for being here. Not the only here by myself, man. I got the crew with us, man. What's going on with you? And before we say what's up to y'all, man, I got to bring in this gentleman that was invited by Jedi Kid. And definitely he's ready. He looks like behind the scenes. Here's the thing though, man. Jay, you ain't telling me he's light skinned, bro. You know how he's light skinned.
Listen, man, that's my man right there. That's my man, Rome.
When you bring light skinned dudes in here, bro, they just be taking.
He get a dark skinned boy pass. He get a dark skinned boy pass, man.
Light skinned is like twins, bro. You already know how that is, man. We got your boy Jerome Hill. What's going on?
What up, boy?
What's up, everyone?
That's my dog right there. What up, bro?
Bro, he come in with the fitted, you know, Superman shirt, hat down to the side, light skin. Come on, man.
That's my boy right there. Listen, I ain't seen this man since the Steelers lost to the Eagles. It's been about 2 years now. It's been 2 years, man. You can't do me like that. We family, bro. That's messed up, man.
I'll be there again, man. Just trust me. We're trying to get ourselves up. That's all.
Yeah, man. You already know, man. Appreciate you being here, bro. Stopping through on, like I said, I know you got a busy schedule. You tell me about the show, man. I'm so glad and honored to have you here today, bro. So I definitely appreciate that. Stopping through to have and join in on the discussion. So again, we are going to actually, so again, if you notice, like now Jerome, like normally sometimes, man, I put like different topics on the thumbnail. So we have different discussions. Sometimes we talk about artists of the week. We talk about like our favorite comics, or we'll basically just pull just certain topics just to have that discussion. Everything is categorized and just compartmentalized in that space. Not tonight. Not tonight. No. It wasn't going to be tonight. And also, Jerome, Calvin is hardly ever. He's on his show every so often. But he made it a point in 2 weeks in advance, just like he ordered those tickets 2 weeks in advance for the movie. He claimed he wanted his spot on tonight's show just to sit back through. And also, Jerome, Vinny lives. I think Vinny is the human philosopher's stone because his word is normally gospel. So you just gotta listen to everything he says now and then. Like it's a dissertation, but it's a dissertation with meaning and prop. He just thinks that he's gonna be by himself. So I'm just kind of letting you know.
Well, tonight he is.
Yeah. Yo, he gave Jerome a briefing already. He knows I'm the lone wolf on this bad boy.
Nah, not that good.
Possibly, man. Somebody might have turned after watching the movie more than once. Possibly,
all right,
possibly.
Anyway, and you notice that everybody in the panel right here, they got the Superman shirt on, but not Vinny because he's playing the role of Lex Luthor tonight, man. Y'all know what it is. He's playing Lex Luthor today.
I see it, dog. I see it.
That's not how it's going to be tonight, man. But definitely, man, thank you guys for being here. Now before we jump in, because like I said, this is going to be the main topic. And the way I thought I would actually do this before we pick it apart, because I know that's what we'll do. I just wanted to kind of go around the panel, just a few moments though, because I gotta get some house cleaning out the way here. Just a few moments, just to see everybody's perspective on their enjoyment. Or their film experience when they went and saw it. So we'll do that first, and then we're going to go back and have that spoiler discussion. But before we do that, as you already know, I do, man, each and every week, I got to give props and shout out to the places where we get majority of these collectibles from, man. Again, at least where I do and where you should actually get them from. Yeah. We got to start out with art. We do this every week, and we start about what art right now. So we got to talk about my man, Vincent Dunn Art. Jerome, I got to remind me later on tonight to tell you about the room. You're going to hear conversations about the room every now and then throughout the entire show, but I'll tell you about the room behind the scenes, where the true meaning of the room is from. But anyway, this is Done Art. Vinny, take it away. Let the folks know what's going on with this right here, man.
All right.
Yeah, do me a favor and refresh. I got some new stuff
added. There you go.
And this is just my store and site. You can
right there.
My link from my IG page and 11x14s are always buy two get one free, and I have canvas art on there, canvas print art on there, as well as originals, sketch cards, mini canvas prints, glass arts, all kinds of different stuff, even vinyl album art. So there's all kinds of stuff on the site, and feel free to peruse and check it out, see if there's something that catches your eye and you need on your walls. If not, commissions are open. I can do something custom for you. So I appreciate the love. Got some new stuff on the site, like the Superman here I did last week to celebrate.
Absolutely beautiful, man.
Thank you, man. This is pastel. I had a lot of fun doing this one. And I had the new Sinners piece I just recently did up there too. So new stuff on the site now, new stuff on the site coming. And so stay tuned. Always adding new stuff to the site. Swamp with work, but I'm always making time to add art to the site and keeping it rolling. So I'll be at Hershey Comic Con this weekend. So I got new stuff I'm working on that I'll have for that. So looking forward for that and adding new stuff to the site and a big store update as well coming soon. So that Vincent Dunn Art IG will give you a link to the site, and that's pretty much all you need to know. Appreciate the love.
Appreciate it as always, man. Thank you for coming through. And also, again, the link to the store is on his Instagram page. If you haven't already gone over there, make sure that you do. Got to give a shout out to our guy Ray over there at Underground Figures. It's Underground Ray all day, every day, Ray. Again, no NRD. Shipping and handling is definitely reasonable. Sign up for that newsletter so you're always up to date as to when your figure's going to be arriving and a new figure's being introduced. On top of that, create yourself an account because you never know when it might be free shipping or a discount code on the figure choice that you're definitely looking for. So definitely hit him up and he'll take care of you as always. Got to give a shout out to our guy Ray over there at Hawk Wars Toys. We call him Cool Water Ray, making sure that you get that figure You get a comic book stickers to boot, everything. Proud sponsor of everything we got going over there at the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group. So definitely hit him up and he'll take care of you as he always does. And always, he's always coming through. That's just definitely what he does. Also, we got to give a shout out to our guy Jacob over there at Comic Relief Comic Collectibles. It's not just about the actual figures that you collect, but it's also about the source material, man. Again, physical media. If you want to know everything that you need to know about those figures, hit him up. He got comic books, the works, everything that you're looking for. He'll definitely make sure that you're taken care of. Also, we got to give a shout out to our guy Brian Wong over there at Maji Case Maji Space. If you're looking for an incredible display, I have the mono, but you can also get a display option of your choice. Hit him up, tell him I sent you. He'll definitely make sure that you're well taken care of. And also, last but not least, got to give a shout out to our girl, my sister, Tina Cruz, El Deluvio, making sure that she takes your figure experience from here to here. I'm telling you, the magic is there. You just basically head on over there and she'll put your name on the list. And whenever you're ready or whenever she's ready, she'll take care of you. El Deluvio, Instagram page, hit her up, tell her I sent you. She got your back. As always, man, before we actually jump in, got to say what's up to the chat. Who we got out there? Old Skywalker's in the building. Jedi Kid wearing the shirt. You definitely. We got who else we got out there? Docinator, the Booty King, is in the building. He said, I left the theater with that corn sweats. Thank you for being here, bro. We got my man Malika LeBang.
Malika LeBang, WRNR, Real Negro Radio. WRNR. You listen to Dial. Let's go.
Thank you for being here, brother. As always, Renz Talentino's in the building. Thank you for being here. Charlie the Unicorn is here with us, man, as always. Who we got? Angela's in the building. I thought the movie was pretty good, but not my favorite. Hey, we're going to talk about that just a moment.
Okay, Angela.
I knew he was going to say something. Who else we got in the building? We got Mozilla's in the building. Thank you for being here, man, as always. Who else do we got? Renz Talentino is in the building. Thank you for being here. Jedi Kid wearing a Superman 2025 shirt. It isn't trash.
It's trash. Trust me.
He's trolling us, bro. He's trolling us.
And Dolores in the building. He's a Lael, bro. The Hot Toys lease coming soon. Ooh, I can't wait, bro. I definitely can't wait to kind of see that, man. As always, man. Appreciate it. Add to the stage. I think Vinny had to dip out or his camera to shut off for a second, but he'll be back in here. Huey Freeman's in the building. Thank you for being here as always. Jay Robb is in the building. Thank you for being here. Brees Leroy's Glow is in the building. Thank you for being here as always. Who else we got in here with us? We got Lyrics to the Soul is in here. Thank you for being here with us. I know she can't wait to talk about it. My man, Chicken McFly is in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. As always, so glad to have you. Mark P is in here with us, man. As always. So yeah, we got some things to talk about. First off, before we do so, man, and I'd be remiss, man. Jerome, tell them about what you got going on, man. I mean, Jedi Kid was telling us about your show, man, and the stuff that you do. What, just give us like a little background about, about yourself and, what you do and what, your channel represents, man.
Yeah, so my channel is, I co-host it with my brother, retired Sheriff Victor Hill. I'm also a former law enforcement narcotics detective. I worked in Pittsburgh, Baltimore, ended my career in Florida. So the Hill of Justice basically reviews and goes over the topics of social justice, injustice, law enforcement matters. We call spade a spade, whatever is going on out there. That some of the, our brothers and sisters in blue do. We critique it. And it's not just to go ahead and to sell the profession, but to make our brothers and sisters a little bit more aware of their actions, and more importantly, quite truthfully, the audience to see where they messed up at or where they did a good job at, and to know what your rights are as a citizen and what you can do to go ahead and, as we do it for every call of action, what audience members can do to go ahead and alleviate those situations, or when those situations pop up, how can we go there and get a better outcome?
Got you, man. Definitely, bro. It's definitely worth checking out, man. Definitely worth checking out. What I'll do is put the link in the chat, for anybody out there that wants to actually, head on over there, just sign up and become a, chat member, stuff like that. Make sure you do support, because that's what we do on this channel, man. We support any and everything. We even support Jedi Kid when he's always calling stuff trash. We support that, bro. Yeah, it is.
Call like I said.
Yeah, we definitely want to do that, man. So I appreciate that. So yeah, I wanna start this again. We went through the chat and everything. Everybody out there, to remember, if you are here, then you are here and you're ready for the spoiler conversation, because that's what it's going to definitely be about here tonight. So thank you guys for for definitely being here. Jerome, I'm gonna start with you. So, since you're newbie on the show, man, your experience going to see this film, and then we're basically, like I said before, we kind of pick up apart your experience, and what were your feelings about what is your feelings about your viewing experience of the movie overall, for right now.
Overall, I could say that it was a positive experience. Certainly, I've been anticipating this movie for quite some time. Certainly my heart was a little bit broken when Cavill wasn't the titular figure in there, and I really did like Snyder's versions of the comic book character. So once that was taken off the board, certainly I gave myself enough runway and enough room to go ahead and say, hey, guess what? Let's go ahead and see what Gunn does, and that it'll play out just fine. So that's where I had it. I came in with a lot of hope, and also I just felt as though that the hype that surrounded it was going to live up to that, at least the titular figure of Superman, from what I know what Superman is. So that's where I came from.
Got you, man. Got you. Definitely appreciate that. Prop, go to you, brother. What was your you know what I mean? See, I'm giving you some support in this space, bro. Like
I just know we trying to support you, dog.
We giving you some support.
Don't do that. Hey, James messing with me, man.
Trying to support you, dog.
Hey,
go on, give us your take of this soft ass Superman. Let's go.
Why your logo smaller than mine?
Because how soft it was. That's why I Go ahead.
That didn't even make sense. I laughed because you're my boy. That didn't make sense. Man, dude,
go ahead.
I think, dude, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie, man. I've seen it 3 times. It took me back to my childhood. It reminds me of the Christopher Reeve Superman in very, very direct. We'll go into details. Overall, I enjoyed it. But I will say, the first time I saw it, man, one of my homies actually drove into town. The dude hasn't drove. He's from New York. He hasn't drove in years. My boy bought a car that he had planned on buying, but he bought a car earlier, drove from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, to join me. My son was there, and my one of my big brothers was there, dude. So it was an experience. Of course, like a few of you guys, not as lucky as Jay, ironically, the one who disliked the movie the most. We didn't get the early screening, but we did get that Tuesday screening, man. So I will admit, the first time I saw it in the hype. You know what I'm saying? I was surrounded by people that loved it, people that clapped when the movie was over. And to be honest with you, all 3 times has been that. You know what I'm saying? So people have laughed, people have clapped. So I'm still kind of hyped on it. But just on the surface level, dude, I thought it was dope. It was comic booky. Like, I'm actually surprised that my comic book fans on the panel didn't feel it, because I actually walked out. If y'all saw my out of the theater review, that was the first thing that I felt, was like, damn, comic book fans are going to love this. And of course, I ended up being wrong. But that was my feeling from the movie, man. It just felt like a love letter to comic book fans, to me.
Gotcha. I appreciate it.
Tried to make it heartfelt, so it'd be hard for him to hate it.
I don't want no love letter.
Got you.
It slowed him down a little bit.
Calvin, you here? Or I think Calvin stepped away. Vinny, what was your experience, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Watching the film. Where were you at, bro?
I'm sure we'll dig into details later, but on general consensus feeling for me was just I was a bit underwhelmed and a little disappointed. There's some parts that I really love, like Mr. Terrific, and some other moments. I was definitely happy to see Superman back, and I really wanted to love this. I had my fair share of problems with the Snyderverse, so I'm definitely not someone you would consider a Snyder bro rooting for this shit to fail. I wanted, when Snyder was running things, a better written universe, and I had a lot of problems with the writing with Man of Steel, despite how much I love the visuals. So I was hoping for a very uh, uplifting reboot start to the DCU that would have me hopeful for what's to come. And I didn't necessarily feel that this film did that for me. I do, however, feel like that there's potential there for that to change. I loved it a lot about the casting and some of the core fundamental things. I just had a lot of problems with the writing and different moments that bothered me, that kind of took me out of the film. And we'll dive into those kind of like on a case by case basis. So in general, I wasn't necessarily feeling it, but I wanted to. So it was kind of heartbreaking a little bit because I wanted to love this a lot more than I did.
Got you. Nah, I definitely appreciate that, bro. Especially like the take on it. Calvin still ain't back. So here's my overall, man. Like I said, because we got a chance to see the film at basically at the Queensgate in York, PA, and the experience, it was incredible. Like we went, getting a chance to see it on IMAX on that huge screen, sound and everything. It was incredible, bro. Like I really love seeing that. I had fun, man. I did have fun watching it, but not without, again, like I said, I think for us, I don't want to, it's not like I'm being, part of a resistance when I say that I have to be as subjective as possible. Because the thing is, I want to treat every film experience the same. Whereas I want to talk about the things that I enjoyed, but I also want to talk about the things that I might have actually questioned, things that really didn't sit well with me, but also growth. And like you said, there's a possibility that going forward with this film and with different characters that it could grow. Because the one thing that I can actually say is it seemed lighter. It didn't seem dulled down and dark. They didn't paint Superman as a villainous character in the very beginning. Like it still, there was hope and it was bright, and I like that. Now, with that basically being said, how they arrived to that villainous or labeling him a villain was the part that I did not like. And I'll just say that right off the bat because it wasn't the storyline that I'm used to. I know that we want to change, but there's just certain things, that stood out that I didn't like. Yeah. But what I will say from a positive standpoint is Corin Sweat is Superman. And I say that because he embodied the hope that I wanted to see. Even some of the speeches, certain things that he basically said was the hope of what Superman could be and who Superman really, really is. Outside of execution, it was the hope. He was Clark, he was Superman. I think he was well-rounded in that space for me that I saw. Again, we want to see the character for who they are and how they represent just the people in general. And I liked how this film kind of represented that aspect of it. But again, when it comes to execution, there are some things that I question. So I'll just leave it there till we get into that space. But overall, and here's the thing. I'm glad that this film is succeeding because it opens the door for other films to come. It opens the door for opportunity for other. I was watching something today. I looked at something today where they were talking about this Paradise Lost, where Nubia might be the star of that show. If that happens, I'm happy as hell for that. If that's something that's going to happen, but it's the opportunity for us to get something else. For me, first and foremost, just like I wanted it, and I got exactly what I wanted from this film. Mr. Fucking Terrific stood the fuck out. Like he showed out the entire show, and I liked it. Yeah, he stole it, bro. But I love the simple fact that you didn't have to change who he is to get to that particular point. That he can be as intelligent as he wants to be, but he can also be black, plain and simple. And he can also be black, and it wasn't overreaching. It's just who he was. He's intelligent, he's street smart, And I like that aspect of Mr. Terrific. So that's what I wanted. Calvin, before we kind of go picking it apart, I wanted to get your overall and your viewing experience with this film.
We off this and wanted to go see it in IMAX for the first time. It'll be technically my third time seeing it. I've seen it in Dolby twice already. First time I enjoyed it, but I had questions and things that kind of certain choices he made, but I was kind of like, I was real relaxed on the second time around. I kind of just sat back, got my popcorn, and just enjoyed the ride, and came out feeling a lot better about it. So where originally I had a 7.5, I came out feeling like it's an 8 now. So solid film. Love the crypto aspect of it. I have a crazy ass husky downstairs, and so I was imagining if this crazy ass had superpowers, that's exactly what I would. So he definitely does it without the powers now. So
that's funny.
Had a good time. So like I said, I'm gonna go back and see it on the biggest screen I've got available, and then see how I feel about that.
Okay, so I'm about to do this real quick, right?
Go ahead, don't just do it. Get out the way. They're gonna love it. Let's love it, babe. Look at that. How can you hate that face, bro? Whatever coming out of that mouth, man, we're gonna love you anyway.
Before we go into spoiler territory and the things, just your experience.
You should let him jump off the whole thing.
Should we?
You should let him. Yeah, let him give it an overall and let him jump. That should be the starting point.
Okay. Hey, yo, Jay, tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad. Tell him why you mad, son.
Start with the catchphrase first. Give the fans what they want first.
Baby.
You will believe the film to be trash.
I know how he really feels.
Trash.
This shit was trash, dog. Instead of having it, out of a 5-star rating, I gave it a 2.5 trash cans.
Is that like a negative number?
Instead of stars, I give it 2.5 trash cans. This was the softest version of Superman I've ever seen in my life. All week I've been seeing these fucking messages about, oh, I'm so glad he's more human. He's more human. What the fuck? Just make him regular man then. Just make him regular man. Take away his power. And it'll be as human as you. You fuck dumb. What the fuck? Like every other fucking thing I'm seeing online is he's more human. He's more like me now. He grew up in Kansas. What the fuck? I don't understand how much more human you want him to be.
This algorithm is fucking with you, man.
Bruh, like I just
the algorithm doing that to you.
This whole week has been like just I'm seeing some of the dumbest comments about this whole movie, but Terrific was the one that stood out for me the most. I love Terrific. He needs his own show, his own movie or something. Even Guy with his corny ass was good. Was better than what I thought. Was better than what I thought it was. Guy Gardner was better than what I thought it was. Corn Sweat, as portraying a character, I think he did a good job. It's not his fault how the directors or the writers set him up. It's really not. You feel me? So if they had him getting pummeled the whole movie, then fuck it. That's how it was. But he got his ass kicked from beginning to end almost until the dog bit the damn the remote controls, and that's why he was able to fight without Lex Luthor seeing him fight. Come on, bro. That shit was dumb. That shit was whack to me. I mean, I don't know, man. And the whole thing with his parents, the whole full message. Wow, they really fucked up my childhood with that one because Jor-El and the Kryptonians would never say you should take over the planet, have a harem of women, and make them slaves. Like
I don't know if you can say all. I don't know if you can say all Kryptonians because Zod sure was on some other shit.
Well, I'm just saying Jor-El as a person that was not his character from what I grew up with. From the
Smallville, he was wilding out too, right?
Yeah, but Smallville, that's something he wasn't telling them to take over the planet or make them slaves.
Make them slaves, yeah.
He didn't say that in Smallville, bro. Yeah. Like they flipped the whole character of Jor-El upside down. I didn't like that at all. That was trash to me. You know what I mean? To do that to somebody, to a character that's been solidified as, this is Superman's rock outside of his earthly parents is Jor-El and oh god, I forget his mom's name. Damn, I'm slipping. But that was just rock outside his earthly parents, and to flip that whole thing into what it is now, it's whack, man. I don't know. I saw it 4 times, bro, and I was telling Prop this yesterday. I watched it each time to try to like it for something else, and I just couldn't get past. I couldn't get past it, man. Like terrific. I love Terrific, man. Terrific needs his own slate or his own piece in the DCU, like a movie or a show or something, man. Like, and then Lois Lane, I kind of like Lois too, man, but she got on my nerves a little bit with the questions, and she kind of pissed him off. But as the character of Lois Lane, I think she did that really well. But I mean. 2.5 trash cans, man. That's what it gets for me.
So, okay. So, because I just want to get it out. I just want to get it out, so that I want everybody else to speak. So, because that's, I just want to go first, so I can just whatever. So, things that I liked, things that I liked about the film. Okay, before we just go scene by scene, the things that I liked, of course, was Mr. Terrific. I like how they did it. It was a redemption story for Eddie himself.
Yeah, man, big redemption. Yeah,
how he was treated, in X-Men First Class, which is trash.
Yeah,
that was, a trash representation of a character who adapts. There's no way we ain't gonna go down there. But I loved how he was treated and how. Ooh, what is that? Is that a phone?
Like somebody's thinking that. That's not me.
Is that a phone? Whose phone?
That's a phone. It's an iPhone. Somebody's pinging.
It's a phone. Somebody's phone. But anyway, I love the simple fact that, again, from that space, they portrayed the character well. I love Lois. I love Lois Lane. And even the scene with the questioning. The reason why I like the questioning, because it also demonstrates who Lois Lane really is. She's a reporter. And by any means necessary type of reporter, bro, even towards him. But at the same time, she was sort of like prepping him for how the media is going to greet him. And the questions that they're going to basically ask, who other to do it than someone who you love, someone who you're closest to. And he has to be able to take it. But also it showed, here's the thing. I want to touch on this really, really, really quick. Okay. Superman. Let's talk about this, because I've seen this conversation back and forth. The humanization of how we humanize this individual. The approach to humanizing him. That to say that you need to literally depower him. So give me a second here, though. To say that you really need to depower him to humanize him. That to me, is a poor excuse. Now I know a lot of people will be like, well, no, that's not. No. To depower him, to me, wasn't the best demonstration of how you humanize this individual. And I said this before. What makes him human is the simple fact that he knows how powerful he really is. He knows, again, the limitations or the stipulations that surrounds his ability and his power, because he's been taught this the entire time. These are conversations that he's basically had the entire time, not only with his father, and even knowing what even Jarrell told him. And I'm talking about the true essence of who he is and his ability, soaking in that much power, and again, power in the wrong hands and what that can actually do. But it's because he holds back and he fights for the average person. And again, what I love the simple fact, and when he saved the squirrel, that right there is human. That's humanized. Because even his disdain when the kaiju or the giant creature was killed by Mr. Terrific, he wanted to find another way to do it. You know what I mean? So that's the way I'm sorry. I am sorry. But to watch this man get pummeled the entire film.
Preach.
The entire fucking film. And how literally Superman is almost damn near faster than Barry Allen.
Word.
Literally. He is faster than Barry Allen if he wants to be.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Like, that's literally, bro. There is no, and Calvin, you brought this shit. As a matter of fact, Calvin, I'll wait till you get done eating, bro, because I want you to explain. Explain to them what you said yesterday, because the shit was important. What you said yesterday about that scene was important. Of Lex Luthor calling out those different tactics, those tactical moves. I don't care how many years you have studied this man.
Right.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, Cal.
Space.
Unless you change your mind, bro. You don't have to be.
I'm in the same
you don't have to be
space.
forced into. Okay.
It was the point of I would have preferred him giving direct commands to Ultraman. It was the fact that he went through like 3 other channels before it finally got to Ultraman. So I was like, how is it that he can be landing these blows with all? First of all, we have all played since a kid. We have all played telephone. Like
Exactly.
I'm a 5th person. It's a whole nother command, right?
Right.
So for it to go from Lex, first off, Lex has to see what's going on, process it, figure out what to do, then tell the next person, then they tell somebody else, then they tell the speaker, then the Ultraman finally gets it, and then he has to respond.
That against a meta-human.
Well, me at all.
Sense. No fucking sense.
No.
No sense at all, bro. Like, fucking give him a PlayStation joystick and let him play.
Mhm.
That was garbage, man.
Right.
And Vinny, what were you saying just now?
It's two. They're both Superman. They both can move at the speed of light.
Right.
He shouldn't have been able to process the fights, and if he was fighting with the crypt, like technically, even with his suit, that he shouldn't be able to process it. But he's giving commands, and then he's watching the screen, giving commands, and then the IT guy is typing in the command to Ultraman, like
he's typing it, bro.
It makes no sense, like that he'd be able to receive that command in response in time to someone who moves as fast as Superman. Like that was one of my I love the thought of Lex knows Superman's fighting style. That makes sense. That should have been something that they trained with Ultraman or something like that. But in real time, for them to make it seem like he's playing a video game. But like even in a video game, you're hitting that button. You're not on a mic when you're playing Mortal Kombat, you're not like up, down, left, right, because there's going to be a lag there that's slower than pressing a button. And even if you were just pressing a button, you're fighting an opponent who can move. All right, if he's not as fast as the speed of light in this movie, he's at least as fast as the speed of sound. There shouldn't have been any way where he would have been able to relay those moves. And I like the idea. It's just execution was poor.
Dude,
anybody who's in IT, but anybody who's in IT, anybody who's in computer, anybody's in engineering, dog. If you're giving a lag command for something to work or operate, there's no P2. All right, P2. P3, you're still gonna have lag before the information gets to
there's too much latency when it comes to that.
What you say, Jerome?
Yeah, there's too much latency when it comes to that. So
they're
from the time that it takes our brain at least 3/10 of a second to go ahead and really process something, especially if you touch something hot. You don't realize how it's fast. But really, to reality, there's still some latency,
some lag. Yes.
Right. So I watched it twice. Right.
I watched it too.
I watched the film twice, and one thing that I said he could have done, if he would have thought about doing this, it would have made more sense if he would have did this, and it would have been believable for me. Instead of basically having, again, this is always the thing. It's always the trend to have a clone. Or a clone of Superman, or another, Kryptonian, would have eliminated that whole process. To me, is if you would have had somebody that can combat him at his weakened point, Metallo would have made more point. No, Metallo in general.
Metallo, yeah.
With that kryptonite heart, straight up, you're weakening him. His precision, his strength. You're getting his speed,
right?
None of that can counteract what is being dealt with, especially by someone like Metallo, bro.
Right.
It's believable for me at that particular point. On top of that, again, it's if you're making a clone and you choose to make this clone as stupid as you say that clone was, then that's your mistake. And those calls just didn't make sense to me in that aspect of it. And he was getting his ass whooped still. You know what I mean?
My stupid clone.
And I just, again, I listen, bro. That point of it, I understand if you want to, make it to whereas, you want to give the other or the opponent, the fighting chance, or at least to make it like an equally balanced thing. But I just think the demonstration just didn't make sense to me. It didn't. And every single time in this film, I'm sorry, every single time, and this is what it felt like. It was like, oh man, I'm getting my ass beat.
Right.
And then he's calling crypto, bro. Like straight up. Like that's my thing, bro. Like that's the only thing that it was that. And the simple fact of what you did and how you completely retconned Jor-El.
Yeah.
That right there, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't like that, man. I did not like that at all. I don't care anybody who tries to justify that aspect of it. For me, just for me. And again, it's valid for anybody else to have their points.
I'm with you.
And I give them that. But it's just that kind of took me. The film was visually stunning. They got even, and I thought that I wasn't gonna like Guy Gardner, but he portrayed Guy Gardner as an asshole. And,
he got that off.
What a reliable individual. I loved how he did that. I think Hawkgirl was completely undervalued. She was underused, bro.
All she did was scream the whole movie.
She was completely undervalued, and she's worth more than that. Come on, stop playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
But I got a question for all you guys.
Yeah.
If we're talking about metahumans, it was just my understanding. If you saw in the beginning of the movie, and particularly the text, that metahumans are actually humans that develop superhuman powers. How in the hell are they calling Superman a metahuman?
I mean, the wrong way from jump.
Yep.
That right there with the tech.
Yeah.
You were off base right off the bat. You don't understand canon.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where James Gunn lost it right there in the first 10 seconds.
So let me get this straight. Hold on. Let me get this straight.
They changed the definition, though.
What y'all is saying is that James Gunn. Hold on. What's that? So James Gunn made a movie about an alien that was sent to Earth. There's a plot point that you guys don't like where his alien parents said a message that y'all don't like. And y'all are saying right now that he doesn't know what the difference between a human and an alien because he said metahuman at the beginning.
No, that's not what he said.
No, it's not what he said.
Okay,
what
he said, like, there's a difference.
I'm just understanding. It's not what he said.
There's a difference between Spider-Man and mutants. It's like they're not all. Right. It's not all. Not every.
So do we know the definition of? Because if he called Superman a metahuman. So to me that
I don't know when, but it did get retconned. Like the DC definition for metahuman now is a person with superpowers, but that wasn't always the definition.
Yeah, that's
different.
Nah.
So where did the term metahuman come from?
Metahuman basically came. Actually, to be quite honest, bro, metahuman was a statement that was made towards the mid to end 90s, bro.
Right.
Okay. To be quite honest, it wasn't something that actually started earlier on in the 80s or even in the 70s. Metahumans wasn't even, you know what I mean? Because again, that's what made Superman himself unique. Because if you want to basically think about it, he is technically a mutant.
But I think the Guardian was doing that, started calling them metahumans. Oh my God, I forget the name of the group that he's with, the Guardian. Oh my God, they went around calling humans metahumans. That was in like the early 90s, I think, late 90s. I forget that group that the Guardian is in DC. Oh my God, they do tests on metahumans and they catch some of them.
With the
oh my God, what group is he
in? Anakin's twin, they lumped him in as a metahuman from the very beginning.
Yeah. The opening scroll, it says.
Yeah. It was the scroll. I keep calling it a scroll, but the writing at the beginning said he was the most powerful metahuman.
Yep.
Yeah.
It said he was a metahuman from the very beginning. If you read the actual scroll, that's when and that's what made it funny to me was the scroll. Even when it said he lost the fight for the very first time, I was like, yo, for the very first time, third time, fourth, fifth time, he was getting his ass whooped because it was the whole even it was the struggle,
even the shorty.
But it was against the same Dude,
no.
Why do y'all keep this?
The shorty almost killed him too,
This is the weirdest.
It wasn't
bro.
It
This
wasn't
is
just,
weird. This is weird, yo.
bro. It wasn't
This
just
is-
but it wasn't just against
No,
Ultraman.
no.
He got his ass kind of handed to him with Chick.
With the
Also,
chick.
he kind of somewhat struggled.
with the
Even with,
kaiju.
and I know
He
he was
explained
basically-
that though. Yeah, he was holding back.
I get
So,
it.
and
I get
and one of
that.
y'all
I
said
get
that.
it.
One of y'all said what make him human is that he holds back his strength. And I watched it 3 times. Yo, Cal, I watched it. It was almost corny. To Vinny point with the writing. Now I'm a Superman fan. So I ain't even hating on. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. My shit is all the way biased. So I'm not hating on it. But if I was to say there was bad writing, that's what the writing was. They were verbally telling y'all everything. They verbally said, "Hey, don't hurt this thing. I don't want to hurt this thing. Can I fly him out?" Even when they caught him, like he had to crawl off and under that thing, dude, because he had gently laid that dude down versus just throwing him. Like he was protecting.
Listen to what you just now said, though. You said, and what he said was he thought that there was maybe another way to do it, and you said fly him out. He had every chance to do that before the Justice Gang got there, bro.
He never did it.
And he never did it.
Brandon Routh, Superman, weakened, beat up, carried a whole continent.
This is not.
I'm just telling you, bro. It was bigger than the kaiju. It was an island of kryptonite. He carried it off the planet and threw it into outer space. So this guy couldn't pick up a punk ass kaiju.
Superman powers have never been consistent. I can't even talk about Brandon Routh because
that's true.
The Superman powers hasn't been in that same movie. But if I go back, I don't watch that whack. That movie is whack. I don't watch that one, so I can't speak to that one. But I can go to the Christopher Reeve, one of the greatest Supermans ever, and I can point to when at one point he can kick a football into outer space, and then in one scene somebody can throw him into a sign. You know what I'm saying? Advertisement sign, and he looks like he's knocked out. Well, I mean,
that was Zod.
Him
Zod
hitting the sign,
and the Frankenstein,
which should be equivalent. Which should be equivalent to him fighting himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about that. So it's like it's okay. It's okay when he fights when a Kryptonian, he fights a Kryptonian. Superman 2 is cool, but when he fights a Kryptonian in this movie,
no. You're missing the point though.
I am.
It's not that he was. It's not the simple fact that he was fighting himself. It's the execution of him fighting himself and the calls that were made. That's what didn't make sense.
I get
them calling out numbers and stuff like that. There would be a delay in that.
Can I explain that? Can I explain that? Because low key, I do want to give low key props because I did think that was a good point. So when I watched it yesterday, I peeped it, and the crazy thing is, this is almost I already know. Like I'm gonna say it, and it's gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm not gonna care, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm a grown ass man. I gotta say it. Low key put me onto it. I watched it today. Those calls. Most of them were preliminary. Most of them were attack calls, meaning they weren't in defense. It was Superman is flying this way, grab his ass. Like he was making the calls so far because I paid attention to it because it was exactly how y'all said. Lex Luthor said it to somebody. Somebody typed it in. I'm watching the scene. Superman ain't even there yet.
Nope.
Like he's flying up. He's not even there. Meaning, so and they showed the scene where dude made the call. Person typed it in before Superman was even there. And it was more and the other times, the times when they were too close, when it should have been Superman should have been too fast, they were all preliminary. They were all attack moves. They weren't defensive. It was like punch this nigga in the face. Kick. Oh my bad. Jesus, my bad.
But
my bad, y'all. I didn't mean to say it.
No, bro. We said it plenty of the times. You guys say
okay. Oh my god, y'all. I don't even like saying that because I don't want our people to feel okay.
You got him hyped up.
Let's go.
Okay.
Look at Jerome's like, yeah.
Jerome like,
hey, Jerome. Hey, hold on.
Jerome was like, yes.
Jerome said, Jason, you got me. No more.
Jerome's description of his show is what made me feel self-conscious when I said that. I'm like, man, dude's doing positive shows, and I'm tearing people down. But they were attack moves because I paid attention. And again, I'm not knocking what y'all are saying. It's just so weird. This is so such a weird thing because I can see what happened.
They all you in the chat. They all you in the chat.
I can see there was no time whether he should have been faster or not. It's like I almost agree with y'all, but it was like in the context of this movie, and again, Superman powers have never been, especially when it comes to super speed. When it comes to super speed in a Superman movie, Superman's powers have never been consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Superman
like
made the
except for Man of Steel. Man of Steel fought at the speed of light most of the time. Henry Cavill did. I'll admit that. But Superman, as we know that on screen, has never been consistent with the speed thing. He never fought in hyper speed. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that whole part of the movie is ass.
Go ahead, bro.
Trash.
It wasn't ass though.
Bro, that whole section of the film was
I feel like ass and trash should be separate like terms. It can't mean the same thing. It just can't possibly mean the same thing.
That whole
there's got to be levels to it. Which one?
Got to be levels.
One going to have a hierarchy over the other.
You can't give him 2.5 trash cans and then call it ass 5 minutes later.
You say yes, let the Negro flow through you, pal.
Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow, bro.
Yo, listen.
Go ahead. Look,
everything
I got more to say.
And I get it. And I understand. And I do. And I remember seeing the scene where before he made the call visually on the screen, you saw what he was doing. But the problem is, it was even when he was making the call, it was like almost simultaneously. Bam. N7, N7, A1.
Some of those calls, y'all are lumping them in together. That's what I'm saying. Some of the calls were based off distance. Some of them, like when he was punching them over and over again in the face, those weren't. Y'all are lumping that in, but that's Superman was down. That's a different kind of command. Yeah, does that not make sense? Like it's different. When he kicked him in the balls was different than when he grabs his cape, flies up to him and grabs him cape. It was like two different things. You know what I'm saying? Like one, I don't know, dude. I saw it and I felt like they showed that there was enough time that he knew enough. Just Superman. And again, when y'all say bad writing, I'm looking at it different. I think this thing was written well for what it was. This ain't. I don't even want to bullshit with y'all. No. I think it was written well. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw it, for instance, they showed him fly up. They showed the rules. They're not gonna show it every single punch, every single command. The very first time he flew up, they showed how far in advance Lex called it. And then you got again. I say good writing. Someone says bad writing. Then the lady says, "Oh yeah, he knows him so well. He knows exactly what he's gonna do." I'm thinking, yo, he knew what he was gonna do just from him flying from Antarctica. Yeah. So once you show the rules, you ain't got to show it. You don't have to show the delay or the distance every single time. It's like he shows you this is how it's working, and then we're supposed to be. I don't want to say smart enough because I'm not calling none of y'all brothers dumb. Y'all the smartest. This is just the way I'm talking right now. Then you're supposed to be smart enough to be like, okay, this is what the rules is. It's the same as it's the rules of the movie. But you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you this question. So Lex Luthor is a very intelligent individual. Right?
Correct, Mundo.
He came up basically with the nano that, again, took over the what is her name again? The engineer. Right? So he came up with that technology. He was smart enough to do it. He was also actually smart enough to help design this pocket universe, right? Right. So all I'm saying is, in that level of intelligence, and you've created a clone, why not? To cut corners. And I'm just saying, if I'm writing this, I'm not saying bad writing, because again, Gunn, to say bad writing, but then you have majority of the people out there that enjoy it, sitting at a 95 or 93%. Obviously, it's doing numbers and people enjoyed it. But what I'm saying is, in that aspect of it, you're creating a clone. Wouldn't it basically give you to put, especially if you're doing it and they're going off of these commands that are pretty much already programmed? Why not just put a chip in your brain and just have somebody press a button that says analyze his fight pattern?
Oh my God.
So what you guys are doing is
analyze
two
the
different
fight
things.
pattern, and that's basically you just let him go. He's analyzing the fight pattern. You don't have to keep pressing buttons. They analyze the fight pattern. He gets defensive, offensive. He knows just by looking at him, because it's already been programmed by Lex to analyze that pattern.
Y'all are missing the point then.
And then fight.
Because I'm gonna tell you the reason why. And again, you guys are the wrong audience for me to tell this to, because y'all don't like that scene, right? For him to analyze, for that clone to analyze for you guys is still cool, because Lex Luthor was smart enough to create this character that can do that. For people like me, it felt like Lex was in the fight. It felt like Lex was in that old school purple and green suit he used to rock in Super Friends and was fighting. Like, this was as close to that as I, who grew up on that stuff, could get to it. If the clone was doing that, then it becomes the clone in the fight. This was their way of showing that Lex was fighting. And to me, again, I know this, I'm alone on that particular island. To me, this was more visually stunning to see him treating this like a football game, treating this like a coach, running back and forth, yelling out commands, showing I know, not that this clone figured it out. I know, I alone know what he's going to do next, because I know this guy, my hatred of him. So that I felt so, but you're right though. Like what you did is a writing thing. Right, like what you did is you do a lot on this show. If I got to give you credit, you, Vinny, and Jay does too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be rewriting stories better than some of these directors. I just think in this case, I think James Gunn, regardless of what we feel about him, and I think you guys will agree with me. I think even Jay will agree with me on this.
No, I agree.
Regardless on whether he's doing good or bad, that guy is OCD specific with what he wants. Like what we got is what he wanted us to get. Now, if it didn't land, we still got to put it on him. Whereas I'm on this, I'm on here putting it on y'all because it's me against y'all. You know what I'm saying? But that is on the director if it didn't land correctly for y'all. But I do think it was more visually stunning the way that they did it.
I get his own hubris and his frustration and anger, because again, we already know, and they've said it from the very beginning, that Lex is an attention seeker. If it's not on him, if the attention is on him, then he deems you his public enemy number one. So we know that. His anger and disdain towards Superman and that frustration that he has, again, he wants to be the person. He already explained it. Right. I didn't create that army. I created that army as a distraction so I can kill you. We know that. So that he already put that out there. Everything can look good on paper. It can. We know that from different teams.
I think what you said looks better on paper. Like what you said looks good better on paper. I think what he did looks better on screen.
If you're creating, because it makes sense. Because when I'm looking at it, as intelligent as you are, you want to make, because again, Superman himself came up with a calculation that he didn't basically know and he didn't figure in, crypto coming in and being that kink in the chain. You know what I mean? He didn't know that. He didn't know that would actually happen. Now, but we know Luthor is intelligent. But also the simple fact that Luthor did encounter that dog even before the final scene. He did encounter him. So he knew that the dog also was Kryptonian. He also knew that the dog was free. He also knew that he caused that damn dog by a whistle. So
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
How long do y'all think, because some of y'all criticisms too, even with him getting beat up, how many days do y'all think this movie took place over? And I don't know if I know the answer. I'm just asking what y'all think. Like this felt like it was like 2 days to me.
It was only a few days.
I'll be nice and give it a week. I'll be nice and give it a week. It feels like 2 days. I'll give it a week. I'll give it a few days.
Now, so this is what I want to remind everybody, even in the chat, before we continue. I'm being subjective. I did like the film. I enjoyed the film. I'm not hating it, and I'm not even calling him out on his writing, but I'm just calling it on execution and choices. Because your writing and that's your art, that's your interpretation. I respect that. But it's just that I don't have to agree with your approach in that aspect. And we're supposed to look at these things and say, does that make sense? The writing choice to make Jor-El evil was something that I didn't like. The writing choice to kind of just dole down his powers is something I didn't like. Even certain aspects of Luthor that became a little bit kind of whiny, a little bit. He was over the top, bit. He was a bit over the top, but I hear people saying Yo, he's the best Lex Luthor I've ever seen. Yo,
No,
that's
no.
a slap in the face to Michael Rosenbaum, bro.
No,
Like,
Rosenbaum is dope. I'm gonna tell you what, man.
Rosenbaum was the best.
Rosenbaum is a dope. But I will tell you what, it was a lot. There was a lot of head nods because I'm a Christopher Reeve fan. I love Man of Steel. I like Zack Snyder. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Zack Snyder more than I like his superhero movies. Meaning, I was a fan of those movies because I'm a fan of him. Mm-hmm. That Superman was so far removed from Christopher Reeve. It took me some getting used to. You know what I'm saying? And I know when I took my family, now my son was cool. That's the Superman my son grew up on. So he's cool with it. But my family, I'm talking about like my parents, like the people that took me. Like my dad took me to Christopher Reeve Superman. So when we go to Man of Steel, it's like, yo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, the comparisons to this and the original Superman, I'm talking all four of them, all the way down to the hair, right? I quote, I'm gonna tell when I tell you A Quest for Peace is my least favorite Superman after Superman Returns, but I'm a superhero movie fan. I done seen it 1,000 times to where I can quote when Lex asked, "What do you know what I can do with Superman's hair?" And dude said, "I can create a being more powerful than Superman that's completely loyal to me, that'll do everything I tell him to do." What did Lex do in this movie? He took a strand of Superman's hair, and he built a being that he verbally said was strong. I think people missed that too. He actually said, I don't know how true it is, but Lex said that he's more powerful than you are. He's stronger than you are. He's just dumb. Thus being loyal to him. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's an exact copy.
Yeah,
so
but
Christopher
he
Reeve
can say that. He can say that.
Hold on, Jerome. What were you going to say? Because I know you were.
As a former narcotics detective, I have to push back here. You said that James Gunn was, very OCD about this. The problem I have with a little bit of the script was you can't have somebody who has Kryptonian heritage and then try to go ahead and say that his parents are trying to espouse alien supremacy. That isn't a metahuman. That's an alien, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So if he was just as good as you said James Gunn is, that's not congruent. That there's no connective tissue there. He is an alien, and that is exactly what he is. He has nothing to do with being a metahuman, and he's coming in that way. I think they should never put that on there.
I agree. I see what you guys are doing. I guess I'm disconnected because the metahuman part, dude, they always been superheroes to me. You know what I'm saying? So when I read the metahuman, I took it for the rules of this movie. So I didn't go past that. That's why I asked what comic. Of course, I've heard it in the comic book before. Of course, I know what a metahuman is before. But I also know that these movies change rules. For instance, and I know I keep taking it back to the 78 Superman movie. It's like these conversations, if we existed in the 70s, we would be having the same conversation. Even adding that Marlon Brando saying that you're a beacon of hope. Go be their beacon of hope was never in the comic book before that. The comic book only had Superman saving, and I swear to dude, y'all are up on the modern comics. I'm not gonna lie. Vinny tells me what to read now. Y'all are up on the modern comics. But I remember them old comic books. Jarrell didn't give that dude no message of save, nothing. He was like, I'm putting you in this plane because we need to save you. We need to get you off of this planet. The Christopher Reeve Superman movie added, look it up. Yeah, look it up. Silver Age, the comic book before that age. I can tell you more. The Superman logo is the House of L, right? You know where that came from? Mm-hmm. Anybody? Marlon Brando's contract was like, I'm gonna play Superman's dad. I want Superman's logo on my chest. Jarrell, that's an S. We can't put the logo on your chest. Well, that's part of my contract. Yeah. It becomes the House of L. So I'm letting y'all know the fact that this movie made those kind of changes. I'm not saying you gotta like them, but it's not like we're foreign to this, especially with this movie, because this movie wasn't just pulling from the Silver Age comic books. I'm telling you directly, that Lex Luthor thing I'm telling you is directly from that movie. That's something that they picked, and they know we watched it. As soon as they say I got it from a strand of your hair, if you didn't think about Christopher Reeve Superman, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys had to.
That's a quest for peace.
I kind of though, but here's the thing though, and I gotta say this, bro, because again, we're from the same era. I kind of remember though, and I'm just saying this. I remember in 1977, 78, Man of Steel comics, where Jarrell did say, "You're a protector."
Many a time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, look it up and see. You might be right.
No, it is. It is. That's what I was trying to tell you the other day.
I don't believe that to be so.
No,
he said you're a protector. He didn't basically say. He didn't say that. He just told him to go to Earth, and he just said you are a protector. That is your nature. Yes. And that was basically explained. Now, here's the thing. He's taking creative liberties in this particular film. Now, who knows? Here's the thing.
Y'all got to tell me what comic. That was Superman number 1. That was Action Comic number 1.
Here's the opportunity. Here's what I'm saying. Here's the optimism in it. Is because this is something that he placed in this particular film. Who knows that going forward in the other film, that message might be scrubbed and he might know the true meaning of the message. Maybe that's not what was actually said. I'm not saying that they can't do that. So that's just the optimism in me in that aspect, right? That's just me basically looking at it, and that's where I'm at. And I'm only picking this apart because now here's the thing. The one piece of execution that I commend him on was when he told the engineer to fill his lungs with the nanites and suffocate him. Because remember, that is also something that Plastic Man can do to him.
Yeah, he had them.
Plastic Man has suffocated him before.
Yeah, in the comics, yeah.
Because you know that in the comics they've made Plastic Man OP.
Yeah, OP, yeah.
He is old fucking P, bro.
When he broke his son out of that prison, underwater prison.
Yeah. So basically, like I said, he's the one definition of a threat to Superman as a metahuman.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we know that, and I commend him on putting that aspect, but just using the engineer in this film to do that. There's a lot that was done in this film that made sense. The one thing though that I kind of question is just a couple of things, bro. And I don't want to be nitpicky, but you know, bro, I was the same thing about fucking Star Wars, bro. You know, I'm just gonna do this shit, bro. It's the simple fact that if you have correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm just trying to go somewhere with this, right? Kryptonite is a form of radiation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which means that you don't have to be in direct contact or in the same cell as Metamorpho to get the effects. If he's in close proximity, even a cell or across, he can feel that radiation. He can still get sick. Well, he can still get sick, right? So I understand placing him in the same cell to give restraint. You want to poison this, that, and the third, but you don't have to. But when he kept saying, "Don't talk to me," you know what I mean? Just
bro, I wanted to smack him, bro.
Like he just said, "Don't." I'm just looking at it from just.
Can I add on to that? My wife turned when that scene came on. My wife turned to me and said, "He doesn't want to do that to him." So again, it's not hitting with y'all. I'm almost thinking y'all not stupid. Y'all are actually probably too smart for this movie. My wife actually took that the way he was acting. All that was to let and not to make her put her in any kind of category, because she's intelligent. But those were cues for the average person to be like, okay, there's something. It didn't seem like he wanted to do it.
Yeah,
it didn't seem like he wanted to be involved in it. So again, it's this good writing thing. You guys will say that's bad writing because it's.
I ain't saying about the writing. I'm just saying
no. Well, I'm speaking for more than you guys. Yeah, I'm not saying it for y'all. Yeah, well, execution is a good term too. The execution is not landing for you guys, but there is an audience where that still, basically, you're using tropes, right? Because except for music, there's certain things. Third time of watching this, there's certain things. It's like people really don't like James Gunn. Dude, James Gunn is a remixer.
I didn't say I don't like him. I think he's a genius.
Right.
But
I'm just quoting because
like everything you do.
You used the term, and I'm sorry, Leo. I took your word, James Gunnism. I tried to change it in my review. I recorded a review.
Gunnism, bro.
I got that from you. Yeah.
That's like a MAGA loyalist, a James Gunn loyalist.
Who?
No, I said people are like that, like MAGA.
Now, you know, I was about to,
here's the thing.
You know, fighting words. I was like, yo, you talking about me?
But this is what I'll say, though, Jay. This is what I'll say.
I'll be like F. James Gunn in a heartbeat after that. I changed my mind, my whole mind.
But Jay, this is what I'll say, though. I gotta say this, though, because when we say things like that, bro, the one thing that I don't like, and this is why I made the post yesterday, is the simple fact that I think when both sides, if you're a James Gunn fan or if you're a Zack Snyder fan, both sides, dog. But here's the thing, bro. I see both sides coming at each other, bro, in such a toxic way, bro. It's not helping the movie going experience, bro. It is not when they're doing shit like that, bro. Because to me, just to me, just give me a second here, though. But to me, just looking at this from a standpoint that I want this to be as successful, bro. And you have James Gunn fans calling out the Snyder fans. You have Snyder fans calling out the James Gunn fans. Bro, there's no let up in that particular space, bro. And you're only doing yourself a disservice. And you're doing a disservice of any individual who's a casual fan who may want to actually go out and discover more about these characters. They want to read comics. It's like they're not making it a fucking safe space, bro. They're not. No, and that's the thing that kills me. And for anybody that puts a post up, now mind you, the film made and it's making what 125 million its first weekend. That's fine. And I wanted to be successful. Don't ride the coattails of that and put up posts and start talking about Snyder fans, man.
Oh yeah.
Don't do because it's like that.
It's still early. So I'm gonna let you know. You can't. Don't brag about the numbers yet because you can't brag about the numbers. These numbers are still You
can't brag about those numbers, bro. Because
second week is what's important.
And here's the thing: Fantastic Four, worldwide 220 million, but don't forget Fantastic Four is right around the corner.
Drop off is coming, baby.
We got another week though. The corner, man.
We got another week, baby.
They got another week, and I give it that, but it's right around the corner. So the thing is, the Fantastic Four is going to put a dent in that box office expense, bro. It's coming. It is. So I just want to kind of put it out there, bro. Like, just don't. And here's another thing, bro. And I said this, and motherfuckers, listen. I get it. If you like a film, you want to stand behind it. There were jokes in this film that just didn't land for me. Oh my! And I want to pull this up. 100%. I want to pull. This is the thing that I want to pull up because this is a scene specifically, and I talked about this yesterday. This was a scene that completely took me out, bro. And I was like, why? What is the point? If I can find this shit real quick and pull it up, here it is. Bro. So I love that scene. Wait. I love this scene because it was a serious conversation that was going on between the two. You had Superman who was basically downing himself, and he was also questioning, again, the way people view him. Also dealing with a woman who is right across, who you love, who you know earlier on, and probably the day before, y'all had this it pissed you off. But the simple fact that you love her and you heard her make the statement like, "Yo, I knew this wasn't going to work." That shit would make you doubt even more. Like you hear this from somebody that you love, right? And then on top of that, the people have turned on you, right? Like that right there is hurtful, bro. And any man who is in a relationship will feel that when you are already dealing with the stresses of the world, bro. And the one person who you love and you want to be there with you says some shit like that, bro. It's just like, yo, you feel fucking defeated from every damn angle. And that's just the way it was. Now, as serious as this scene was, I'm looking outside and I'm seeing Guy Gardner create a big ass bat and just keep hitting this shit. So it was the humor in that particular scene, and I found myself laughing at that when I was supposed to be focused on what was going on here, bro.
Superman and Lois, right?
Yeah, and I wanted that. I wanted to be in that particular moment because it was a serious moment. But again, he found a way to say, look, don't take it too serious. No, it was a scene to me that I felt was so needed to be touched on. But this was the one scene that I look at and I'm like, yo, I wanted to be in this particular moment because it was a pivotal moment where she gave him that hug and it felt like, yo, I think that's what changed everything even to him.
But you still felt it because you're saying it. So you still feeling it.
I feel it, but at the same time, bro, obviously, that
y'all
when
have
you were
awareness.
watching this scene, you wasn't looking out that window.
No.
like,
I'm gonna tell you again. And the negative that I'll give, the part that I have to admit, it's the people I go watch movies with. You know what I'm saying? So he hugs her, wifey holds my hand tighter. She wraps up on me, hold my hand tighter.
Yeah.
Few seconds before that, when they showed a close-up or a closer wide shot of that, you know what I'm saying, of just what was going on outside, she laughed. And again, it's very, very surreal that we can all see the same thing and I see something different. Because I hear, like, verbally what's coming out of your mouth, I hear it just didn't land the same way. Like, I still got the impact of this love scene. And in fact, what was going on outside was made deeper, because what it told me was when he was like, yeah, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Which again, in this movie that we're saying that he's overpowered, that he's underpowered, to me, that was some overpowered shit to say. Like, if I can knock that thing out in a second, they got it. You know what I'm saying? And to me, this was just one of those scenes that showed how normal how big this world is. Like, that, what was going on outside that window is just something normal. That's how I took it. And it just didn't take away from the dialogue of that scene and her hugging him putting funny. It was still
that big ass bat, bro.
It's humor.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I get the attempt to juxtapose the scene for us to see what was out there, but also be in the moment. I get that. But just for me, this particular scene just didn't land as well as
right.
So that's just
I'm assuming.
For me.
Yeah.
Hold on. Time out. Vinny, you being unusually quiet.
I'm sorry, Vinny. Hey, y'all.
Cause he know.
Hey, Jamel, Hill, all of y'all, man. We got a guest and everything. I'm trying to address y'all one at a time, but it's only me and Leo. So y'all, but I got to address everybody though.
Vinny, what you want to say?
I'm just waiting my turn.
Let Vinny go, man.
Turn right
Vinny
now,
is dope,
bro.
man. Vinny,
you've been quiet the entire
positive
time.
or negative, Vinny's gonna make it make sense. I know it's gonna be. It's gonna make sense.
This is your space. Go.
Yeah, it was a lot to process. There was a lot of very interesting decisions, and for that, I'll give Gunn a lot of credit, because this was not a safe, mailed-in film. He made a lot of deliberate decisions, and then I'll say this: a lot of decisions that clearly came from him and not corporate. I think that's why a lot of these decisions are so controversial and polarizing. Because when we watch movies like these that have a lot of studio influence, it's usually really clear that there's safe or stupid decisions. And these aren't necessarily stupid decisions from a corporate mind. These are homages and just different tweaks on takes on things from all over the place. So I give him credit for what he did with this film, because, like it or hate it, it's definitely a comic book film. It's just a matter of how well does the execution of the different tropes along the way make sense or not. And there's a lot of comic book shit in here. And I do respect and love that, because, it's a Superman film and restart of a universe. And I think he's trying to tell us that, look, we want to make this for comic book fans and mass appealing as well. But to me, I think that there's just two things here that detracted from the film, and that was bad writing choices, which I'll get to a few in a minute, and kind of an overcorrection of Snyderverse. So, like, everywhere where Snyder went stoic or OP,
he flipped it.
He had to go humanizing or comedy, like, to try to, in every instance in different beats, try to make it as different as possible. And that might have been a note from the studio, but the writing, I think that was a lot of, on him, because a lot of it is Gunnisms. It's stuff that he does in all of his films. That's why there's the joke of, Guardians of Metropolis and how much it feels like Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy, and how much it feels like his movies. And it's one of the things that a lot of us were worried about going in, is how much is it going to feel like a Superman film versus how much is it going to feel like a Gunn film. And when James Gunn takes Peacemaker or Star-Lord or Rocket, those are characters that the average person, even the average comic fan, was not super intimate, familiar with, or even if they were, they didn't really have like a very deep connection with those characters. Like you change, like I've heard of Peacemaker before that show came out, but I could tell you shit about him, and I could care less if they made him funnier than he was in the comics. So when it comes to Superman, you change some things about the lore and make him change up his character. That obviously is going to fuck with some people differently, because everybody has their version, their vision of what Superman is, because he's been so prominent in media for so many years. And then there's writing instances from jump. Like we talked about the metahuman thing. I don't want to harp on that anymore. But then the very next scene, Superman crashes from a punch in the Antarctic. And I'm supposed to believe that Ultraman punched him from Metropolis, happened to land in front of his fucking house that no one knows about.
That's not what happened.
What did he do? Was he flying home and just...
Oh boy,
That's what I think happened. You making it sound bad when you say it like that, but yeah, that's what I think that happened.
Okay,
That's what I think.
He punched him home.
He was flying home and then he crashed. That's what you're saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think he
because I think it's
it's
too ridiculous to think that he punched him from a childhood. What did you say? I said
Wait. So
Hold
the
on.
alternative to that is he ran away?
Vinny. B, I'm just saying in terms of A and B is way less stupider. And stupider is not a word, but I'm using stupider. B is less stupider, 100%. Yes.
All right.
I'm saying it.
It started
Right.
off, that was a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling like
You know what's funny, man? Hey, not to cut you off, I like how the movie started, and I'm glad they didn't go back, because usually a movie starts like that, and then it's like John Wick is beat up at the beginning, then they're going to show us how he got there. So, and you're pointing out more of why I'm glad they didn't even show it. Just leave it up to the imagination. Because it probably would have been stupid anyway. Yeah. Huh?
All right, so he gets home, he gets in, and we seen this shit in the trailer. I mean, I didn't see the trailers, but I've heard enough people talking about it. I wasn't super thrilled with the solar flying. I mean, this is somebody who's supposed to be able to fly into the sun.
So I got one right here in my room.
I don't know if that should have I get it. He's healing super fast, and that's going to hurt.
Garbage.
Okay,
Garbage.
It is what it is. Then we get back to the fight, and we already discussed the lag or the Street Fighter ish. Like that was one of the things I had ready to talk about. Calvin definitely brought up. I think that was a very, very questionable choice. However, I do like the concept. It's just I thought it would have worked so much more efficiently if it was him in a Kryptonian suit having the suit programmed, but that would have been kind of Iron Man-ish. So maybe this was their workaround, and they couldn't find anything that was similar enough to display that without ripping off Iron Man. We had him weak in this film, and it sucks that James Gunn talks so fucking much, because you could have just took what happened in the film and been like, yeah, that's Ultraman though, but that's Bizarro though, or that's Kaiju though, and he was holding back, and you could have maybe made mental gymnastics to explain it to yourself and thought maybe, all right, he's only 3 years in, maybe the next one will get stronger. But you have Gunn out there over-explaining every single decision he made, defending his stuff before the film even comes out. And you have him saying stuff like, I don't want my Superman to be OP. Why have a Superman, and this is his exact words, why have a Superman that can punch planets when you have a world with a woman who has wings? What can she do against that? She's not supposed to be able to do anything against that.
Exactly.
Be able to fight Superman. That's like saying Thor should be nerfed because Hawkeye's on the Avengers. They're not supposed to be on the same level. She's supposed to be brave for fighting in a world where people can fuck Superman up. That's supposed to be a tip of the hat to her for being in that world and fighting these type of threats when she's not a Kryptonian who can't die. So
hey, hold on, Vinny, hold on. I got to respond.
Okay.
Because it's me against y'all, so I got to respond to each point.
That's whack. Trash.
Man, Superman punched a hole in that girl's chest, bro. We all know that, even in this one. But I agree with you. I just wanted to say I do agree with you. Leo can contest. I think Low-Key was on the show the other day. My beef is not with. I love James Gunn, director. James Gunn, interviewer, is whack. I feel like he's brainwashed you guys. I feel like he's done tricked y'all into thinking that the man was. The movie started out saying that he is the most powerful. I'm not going to say metahuman because it's going to trigger y'all, but it said he's the most powerful blank. You put whatever word you want there. So and every again, he got beat up because he fought himself. And there's a scene where
the girl was beating him up.
What I just want to address.
Hold on.
I know you're going.
Yeah, do me a favor. Let me get to because I'm coming back.
No, I just wanted to address that part. Okay, because I'm gonna forget. I want to address that part that James Gunn is the enemy, not the movie.
No, but it goes hand in hand. It's his joint. So some of the stuff he's saying, he has to realize that it is going to affect people's perception, just like it could affect his perception positively. Like he's hoping that we're taking positive things from these interviews. But I loved, and I don't have all hate for this movie. There's so much great stuff. Mr. Terrific was absolutely like, what's the price of admission alone? I loved him, and I've been bitching that there's not been a Green Lantern movie for fucking years, and that they haven't tried again. But if you're going to do Guy Gardner, like that's fucking Guy Gardner. I'll tell you that. Like that's
exactly.
I was Guy Gardner, and I love that he was so good at being an annoying fucking Guy Gardner that he did more help to that IP than unintentionally bad Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds. And this goes to show, hopefully this showed the reception has showed WB that, look, it's you fucked up once. That doesn't mean never try again. And it's so stupid that you waited a decade to even kind of try. So hopefully the TV show that come in with John and How does well, and then they keep pushing Green Lantern because it's an amazing IP and I want more of it. Superman himself, I felt like was a tad emotional. They wanted to they humanized him more, but I love that there's like even you look at like Christopher Reeves, who's saving cats and trees and stuff like that. He's not very emotional. He doesn't talk a lot. He doesn't get excited a lot. He gets angry. He gets stuff like this, but the conversation with Lois, he was super animated. A lot of jokes and a lot of like hokiness a little bit when he's actually Superman himself too. That was a little Star-Lord-ish and little James Gunn-ish, but it wasn't bad. It's just it was a compilation of these things. I love the intelligence of Lex because not just the battle stuff, but the intelligence for like the pocket universe and stuff like this in this film where he's making pocket universe. He's got all this great tech. He's got intelligence, and he's like has these long con plans to like take over nations. It felt very much like Doctor Doom. Whereas you got Mr. Terrific over here feeling like Mr. Fantastic. There was great stuff there. I loved the potential for the kaiju scene. I wish that he would have felt more upset that Mr. Terrific just killed it when he didn't take the opportunity to fly that fucker out of there. Ultraman, Superman, Ultraman and Bizarro, that combination of it being cloned. My biggest problem with not just the fight part, but using that as a villain was you kind of wipe away 3 stories in one character, which is a WB staple if ever there was one of cherry picking villains. Just like how Superman versus Batman killed like 5 different stories that they could have made a whole movie out of. You kind of ruin a chance for an Injustice gang. You kind of ruin a chance for a proper Bizarro story unless he comes back.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you, Vinny. Do you think Ultraman is now dead?
I think it's possible they have him come back as more Bizarro-esque.
Like in a black hole.
But it kills it for Superboy. Like I don't think we'll ever see a Superboy now because they're not going to go back to the cloning well again and again and again. I love saving the squirrel. Like that was saving the cat in the tree. People thought I would hate that part. Like no, that's Superman. Maybe the best emotional beat of the entire film was the John Kent scene with his Kansas father. John Kent.
That was
phenomenal. And one of the best things about that scene was they just let it breathe, and they didn't have to fit in the joke at the end.
No jokes.
You forgot to laugh for a minute. Here, we got to have it. Because what Leo mentioned before with Mr. Plixic or whoever that was in the background, it's like it's like the movie was for the TikTok generation ADD kids, like who have to constantly be stimulated the entire time. And that scene with John was a very rare moment where there wasn't a joke or a fight or something stimulating to happen. It was just a quick moment, but it was a moment that would let breathe and was emotional without any other bullshit. I really don't like the Jarrell Viltrum. my boy, go to Earth and do crimes and fuck bitches, get some money. Like,
Right.
Yo, that's not Jor-El. But I kept waiting
Jor-El.
for them to reveal that it was like a trick. Like, even if it winds up being like that was a Brainiac virus that or something like that. If you don't reveal that to the second film, like, that's too late. And if you didn't reveal that in the film, I don't like it. There was other really weird writing choices too, like the entire metropolis being evacuated in like 5 minutes, and then Superman comes back and saves the chick on a bridge, and it's just one car on the whole bridge. Everybody else somehow is all gone, and all those buildings, all those people, everybody's okay. That was fucking bizarre. The weakness also comes back to when Superman is getting his ass whooped. That is, like, let me be clear, Prop. Superman getting his ass whipped is as Superman as it gets, because Superman is afraid of hurting anybody. Like that Dark Side speeches, I live in a world of cardboard. I'm always afraid of hurting somebody, but I don't have to hold back with you, right? So that is Superman. He's just somebody shows up, and if they're any kind of powerful, Superman lets his ass get whipped because he doesn't want to damage property, he doesn't want to get anyone to get hurt and collateral damage, and he wants to just test it out because, like, it's like a dad letting his son punch him full strength. He's not gonna be able to really hurt me. I'm just testing him out. But there's no get your lick back moment. At the end, they tease the whole third act of the film, Brains over Brawn. Then Superman says it at the end, oh yeah, Brains versus Brawn. And you're like, all right, finally, he's going to fucking Hulk up. He's going to Superman up and fight back. And he calls Crypto to help him. It's like, yo,
exactly.
Why don't you just fight him on your own? And then what does Crypto do? You have him like attack the ball. You have heat vision. You could have blew out those cameras at any time. You had to have, with your super hearing, heard Lex giving you the commands. If you were so smart and you figured that out, you could have just blasted those.
Well, I got to give you one of these moments. I got to give you one of these moments.
He wasn't that strong. Exactly.
I just have to do it, bro, because
and your heat vision was all over the place. First of all, that was another thing that they built up. Like, all right, we're gonna wait to see him get to use the heat vision. And then in the lake in the Pocket universe, he's just using the heat vision out of nowhere, and it's like, shit, I thought they were building up to that. And then when he's fighting the ice units, and he's shooting them with heat vision like crazy. How are they not dead? Like,
they should all be dead.
They should all be dead. And they just had kind of like he was Cyclops, and they were just shooting blasts. Nah, they should all be dead. That was odd. When then you get to the final big, like, emotional moment with Superman, super like emotional about how he's just I put my my boots on one leg at a time, just like you. And you had this back and forth with them, and Nicholas Hoult did a phenomenal job as Lex, and Cornsweat did a phenomenal job too. They had this great moment. Then here comes Crypto to do the Hulk smash.
The Hulk smash it.
After the moment was done, though. The moment was done. I watched it 3 times. The moment was done, son. The moment was done. He had finished saying it. You are crazy, bro. The moment was
just
done.
So many little things like that. Like, they had the battlefield between the two nations, and there was like a civil war. They were on either side of the border. They had no guns, no nothing. Instead of hiding in the cave, they were just like on the field with the tank on the other side of the imaginary border, just waiting to be shot. Like, what are you doing? Go hide! What is going on? I just there's those moments that really just bothered me and kind of took me out of it a lot. And it was, I didn't quite understand the car cameos. She went to another planet to get drunk, but then if she goes to a planet with the red sun, how does she fly
back?
That's what I said yesterday, bro. And then when she gets home, why are you still drunk when you're on Earth that has a yellow sun?
That was my point. That right there didn't make any fucking sense, bro.
I'm locking her up for DUI.
Exactly, lock her up.
Exactly, bro. How?
And then it was the worst. And then like after all this, you go through all this, you have your first DCU movie. That's the post-credit scene. Oh, it looks a little crooked. Oh, I'm such a jerk sometimes. Bro, come on. Like, you should have.
That was dumb. That was dumb.
It's that part, and that's the whole. I want to also. I want to address another thing, bro, real quick, because nobody really talked about this.
She flies back.
Since when? And maybe. Well, okay. There's a few comics, but not on this level. Not on this level.
Oh man.
Since when has Jimmy Olsen been Vinny?
Word, bro.
He was like that in some of the comics. In his solo comics, he was getting women.
I know, I get it, bro. I get it.
Yeah.
But on this was OP though.
No,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
OP.
yeah.
He was so dumb
It was OP.
that he couldn't even use that to get what he needed from her. Like he kept
Right.
like, dropping the ball, like when he could have almost had Lex. Like
I was
like,
getting mad at
it
him,
made
bro.
no
Like,
sense.
come on, you
just
a
say
punk or
yes, and
something?
you can get the fucking. And then Lex doesn't notice this bitch is taking selfies in front of every piece of evidence. Like, you ever seen those spy movies where they sneak into the crib and then they like get a file and then they open that, they expand that camera and take a picture of every page? This bitch is taking a picture. Next page, selfie.
Bro.
Yo, come
But
on.
this movie was so good.
Bro.
Oh yeah, I thought the movie was dope, bro. I think y'all are too smart for it. I'm listening to y'all. Y'all are probably right. It's just y'all wild boy. Y'all like geek level 10 on this one.
Let me take a selfie for
Y'all done take it all the way geek level, bro.
Let me take a selfie in front of this.
I
mat
feel
that
like
says-
I don't even deserve to wear a geek shirt right now, bro. I'm about to put my normal shirt back on.
Let me take a selfie in front of these papers that Lex is writing to the president. Take a
Yo,
selfie.
listen.
Yo, can I before y'all go, can I say my one beef? Because I do want it so I don't sound like a shill. I did not like how fast they turned on Superman. I don't like how fast the message was deciphered.
Yeah, that was corny.
Bruh, they turned on
It
him in
was
like 5
It was
minutes.
like 4 or 5 minutes. So I'm not completely.
They
but
returned him on and then hit him in the head with a Coke can, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
but there was a.
And he
Here's the
blinked.
thing: if you
And he
really
blinked.
think he's some evil tyrant come to kill you, why would you throw a soda can at Superman? He might have turned around and fucked you up.
And zap you all.
Bro.
Hey, but is that not America though? You say that because people then walked up to me.
Look
Yo,
at
you the black,
Jerome. He was
you the
like,
black dude. I done seen people wild out because I'm the black dude walking on the sidewalk. But them jokers will call the police on you right then and there. We had a Karen. Yo, Lael, I got offline the other day. I didn't even tell you this. You know, I disappeared at the end of the show, Sunday. Karen, man, wild out on my family at the pool.
Oh, word.
Wilding out. You know what I'm saying? Won't confront
That's
you.
their favorite place to wild out.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
So that part felt normal to me. You know what I'm saying? They bold enough to throw something at somebody.
Bro.
They'll call you an enemy, an immigrant enemy,
Listen.
and they'll throw something at you for sure.
Bro,
Yes.
I think the one thing that I will say, and I gotta give James Gunn credit, man. Like one thing that show nobody mentioned though, not one scene, not one part of this movie had his wife in it. So y'all didn't say that. Nobody spoke about that. So she wasn't in the movie.
You still had Peacemaker in it. Still had fucking Peacemaker.
I loved their Lois and Clark chemistry.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
that was
loved
good.
Lois
Yeah.
Lane, bro.
Much
She
better than their
killed
chemistry.
Lois
Very
Lane, bro. And here's the thing, again, and I stand corrected because I was questioning, and even who was it that was questioning this yesterday? I think it was Agent Silver Fox. Somebody was questioning how Lois was able to pilot Mr. Terrific's, and he did say it's highly intuitive. It's easy to fly. It's intuitive.
Yeah,
So just get in there, drive it.
It's
It
the
basically works.
bad writing, good writing.
So
that's
that
my
makes
point. You know what I
that
mean?
makes sense in an aspect. The Lois Lane and the chemistry between her and Clark and Superman was on fucking point.
Yeah, but
I was just like, yo, Jimmy Olsen was a combination of Calvin, Vinny, Mark Lee, pretty much everybody all in one.
That motherfucker was not smooth at all. Stop it.
Nah, it wasn't.
With the way they saw him, the way they looked at him, bro.
I
but
wasn't
she,
even closing my phone either.
Yo, he was
Word.
progress from Game of Thrones.
She was giving it to him. She was giving it to him in a box, and he was like, "What box?"
Right.
Fucking clown, bro. Like, come on, dog. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
I had to question him, like, bro, is he not attracted to women? Is that what's going on?
True story.
Bro,
Jay question.
Okay, I questioned that shit. Like,
Listen,
wait a minute.
listen.
That boy, all right. That boy, all right.
Listen, I look, and I'll honestly say you like this. What is promising about this film is the opportunity for James Gunn to take this universe and do right by it in an aspect. Now, again, Superman, here, and this is what I want to say. I know you say that, Jedi Kid, but just listen to me, right? Just listen to me for a second here. Because, again, this is James Gunn directing Superman. It's not to say that James Gunn's going to be directing Brave and the Bold. It's not going to say that James Gunn's going to be
Please
directing
don't.
Wonder Woman.
I hope not. I hope not.
So that's what I'm saying. I think
agree with
he's
that
going to
too.
step aside and give other people a chance to kind of direct, because he can't do them all. Like he can't do them
Guardians
all.
of
And the
Metropolis.
performance. So it's the
he loves Batman. I can see him fucking putting himself on that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope
He
not.
can't do
I
Batman,
hope
bro.
not. But definitely,
He can't do Batman like
he has
this.
to kind of stay reserved. I'm excited as to where it can go, because again, if they get a win here, there's an opportunity in different spaces. So I just want to basically see that. And it's not me hating. Again, if I can't, here's the thing: it's either you are hypercritical, or you are just an ultimate stand at everything about this film. Because I again, just for me, I don't understand, and I can't sit in that space for me and say that this was the best Superman film that I have ever seen, that this is the best Superman that has ever wore the cape. I can't say that. I can't live in that particular space. Not for me, bro. Because again, sitting there saying that would be a complete disservice to what I'm actually feeling. Yeah, I don't want to be in that particular space. So I enjoyed the film. I love the simple fact that James Gunn is winning, but I'm going to pick it apart if I don't think things are just there, that they just didn't work for me. But I'm glad that it works for everybody else. And that's not to say that anybody else is wrong. We are not. I'm not. All things are subjective. Art is subjective, but we have a space where we can sit up here and make points, just like. Well, and I forgot I didn't ask this question because somebody wanted me to ask this question. Hold on real quick. It was Nelson Garcia. He said, "Joe, bro, so Lex can create a pocket dimension, but can't figure out how to neural link himself to the clone of Superman."
Yeah, that's true too.
I've already answered that question.
No, but hold on. Let's time out. Remember the cartoon? How was it that the DC cartoons are always better than the movies sometimes?
That's everything.
Okay,
so Doctor Strange cartoon was better than the Doctor Strange movie.
Right. So in the cartoon, when Lex made the clone of Superman, he had a receiver in his brain, and he talked to him through an earpiece. They could do the same thing with this. But they decided to use a Game Boy to be in between him and
And I answered that. I felt like this was more cinematic to me. I can't. I'm just speaking for myself. This looked a lot better than him just talking in that dude. It had a level of excitement. Him running around. It just looked. Seeing the moves on the screen. It just had a different effect, bro. I have a feeling that it landed with people. It just didn't land with.
Lewis Anderson asked a question. Okay, do anybody see a part 2 to this film? To this Superman film? Honestly.
No,
I see it.
I see it. I don't like it, but
I hope it's not like I hope it's not Guardians of Metropolis Part 2.
No, I see it, bro, because it was well received.
All the Supermans, bro.
It's well received, and here's the thing, and I agree. This film does not have to make $1 billion to be successful. It doesn't.
And you know, honestly,
no, it won't.
I was on the side of both. I wanted the film to fail, and I wanted it to do good. But I wanted it to fail for the reason that I didn't want this to be the pinnacle for Superman. I don't want this to be like, I like Corn Sweat though. He's good. But I don't want this weaker version of Superman. Everybody, all this make him more human. That's my problem. Like, he's already that. You know, you have to make him more human, and then at the cost of making him more human, make him weaker. Like, that's not Superman to me, bro.
You know what's weird about that statement though? It does have to be good for it to be the pinnacle of anything. Like Henry Cavill is everybody's Superman, because I love Henry Cavill. Dude, that costume, that's a fly outfit. You know what I mean? The quote the whole movie.
Bro,
you know the reason why Henry Cavill was so celebrated and everybody was sad when he left is because Man of Steel was a good movie. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing, the only way it can be the pinnacle, whack movies have not been surviving. I don't know if you know, there has been a time when that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the deal is with the Venom movies. It was kind of weird to me.
All that shit was whack.
For the most part, bad movies that put this much money into it, it's not. It ain't. And dude, and it might not. This, I'm telling you, as someone who liked this movie, those numbers right now, because you can look at both. I see people are excited about it, but these first week numbers don't mean nothing, and it didn't do well internationally at all. It
Yeah.
usually makes more money internationally. It did not. It made more money here. I haven't seen that in a while. Jurassic Park made at least
they
100
made
million
bank.
plus more, right?
they made
And
bank.
I haven't heard anything good about Jurassic Park. I haven't heard one person say they like it. You know what I'm saying? So
sorry.
I'm sure.
I loved it.
Okay, yeah. So I've heard one person say it, and I'm sure there are people out there that do like it, right?
I absolutely love that film.
What it made? 222 something.
No, it made 300 world. Well, right. We usually look at the U.S. numbers, but again, the international number also tells you
it made 300.
It's not going to win without that international. And Jurassic Park did very, very well domestically and internationally. Superman, as of right now, made 90 million internationally. That's a low number for that.
That's mad low.
Yeah. So, and next week, that second week is what's going to matter. And the word of mouth, it just depends. It looks all positive to me, but I can be the algorithm.
I know. Is that 90 million with the Asian market?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
International.
No, I'm asking. Is it the 90 million?
Yeah, I think that was all together.
Market?
I think that was
all
all
together.
Know
if it's
they had Asian market
yet, though, bro.
Like UK. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know if the Asian was so the lowest number was the UK because there's some kind of heat thing going on there. What do you call it? Heat
wave.
Right, heat wave. So it was like 9. All the numbers were low. They were low. So it was collectively. It was 90 million collectively.
India cut the kissing scene short.
It was 217, right? So it was 120 million US.
Yeah.
It was 120 US. It's 217 all the way.
Okay.
So y'all do the math. I'm bad at math.
95 international.
Yeah. So second week, man, we'll see, man. And I think the negative on here is not the case. But the negative is the smaller number, but the negative are allowed, bro. There's people making videos. Superman, I think Leo pointed out, Superman is big business. People talking about Superman is big business right now. Big business right now. So
it needs it, and I need it to be successful. I really need it to be successful.
I wanted to win because of Mr. Terrific. That's why I wanted
exactly, Mr. Terrific. Yeah, go watch Mr. Terrific.
That's the reason why I want the movie to win. Is because of Mr. Terrific. It's not because of Superman. Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner
for Mr. Terrific to make his first cinematic appearance was the best, the absolute best.
Yeah, Terrific.
For me, he was a steal scene. It's still a scene stealer in every fucking scene, bro. Every scene. And everybody was talking about how he sound, and I don't even care because even that's a compliment. Everybody was saying he sound. Yeah, they said he sound. Yeah, that was still dope.
But bro, he sounded like Batman if he was from Detroit.
yeah.
That's how he sounded.
And I'm gonna be real corny. I'm gonna take a geek up a level. How did y'all see that there was no eyes on the mask? Like it was just all blended all the way up to his eyelashes. It was just one.
Yeah.
Dude, bro, that's a fly.
And my favorite scene of the entire damn film is when he put Lois in that glow, bro.
And he beat their ass.
And but effortlessly, because it was with a level of arrogance, because that's who he is, bro. Yeah. Because he's that intelligent, he's that fucking smart, and I'm glad that James Gunn didn't down. And James Gunn said, he's Mr. Terrific. And that's what you're gonna see on this fucking film. And I'm glad he did that.
Medalist. He's a gold medalist. Olympic.
He's a triathlon,
bro. 20-some PhDs. This dude is a beast. And bro, he's like Mr. Fantastic for us. He's just black on the DC side.
My favorite scene was when Supergirl called Superman a bitch.
At the end, oh man, bro,
it was very Supergirlish.
I was like, no respect.
Bro.
And he stood there and took it.
No respect.
He took it, bro.
Hey, what's up with Jerome's man? What's up with your review, baby? I feel like everybody in the talk. I gotta hear.
My review was just basically, I'm so analytical about it. I'm doing inductive, deductive reasoning on this. I do feel as though that the movie did land for a few characters. Yeah, definitely Mr. Terrific was incredible. Guy Gardner, even with his asinine self, but that's the way he was supposed to be. He landed that plane. You know, Hawk Girl, they didn't develop that. That was whack.
That was whack.
They didn't, bro. They didn't.
Superman is supposed to be the standard barrier. And he is the standard bearer. So if I understand he pulls his punches with individuals who are not as powerful as him. But what does that say for the rest of the universe that has to go ahead and deal with powerful individuals that are coming, supposed to be coming? Where does that put Batman? Where does that put Wonder Woman? Where does that put other individuals? So I thought his tail getting beat by Ultraman really put down who the essence of Superman is, and not landing and taking him out. Then the other part of it was, do we got the connective tissue from the Snyderverse to what James Gunn has? So do we have now, and how you can make that connection is Superman, the Reeves version, killed General Zod right there at the Fortress of Solitude. You had certainly with Cavill, of course, he killed General Zod. In his neck. So did Ultraman get killed by putting him into the black hole? You're not supposed to return to that. But if not there, then he killed all the ice people running around with his heat vision. So Superman kills.
But you can't do that. You can't have him kill people.
Right. You can't say that.
Hey, do that again. Do that again so I can record that with my phone.
You can't do that, man. Superman
If
killed
you were looking for the
somebody.
connective tissue on what Superman was, or what people think that he is, guess what? He kills.
Exactly.
He does kill.
Exactly.
He does kill, bro. Either that or he horrifically maims.
Exactly.
Right.
Because there ain't no way that they basically fell from that height.
No.
There's no way that you fall. I don't care how armored you are. The impact alone is
You
enough.
should be dead.
Where was the empathy in that? That's where the disconnect was.
As the
empathy when he did that.
As the lone representative, anytime I talk like that, I'm gonna put my hands up. As the lone representative of the people that love Superman, I don't care.
Wait. I love Superman. So
no, this is Superman movie, 2025 Superman movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
The lone, I got all my Supermans though. I'm a Superman fan.
Okay.
But as a lover of this movie, the representative for today, I'm here for that reason.
So why are they not dead?
I don't care if they dead or not. Kill them all.
But Superman not supposed to kill
I don't know where that
people.
came from. Y'all are bringing about empathy. I don't know who said we had empathy. Remember?
Bro, that argument from Man of Steel, when he killed Zod, you know how many people are getting an argument like, well, he killed Zod before.
Jay, we need to get one of those representatives here, because I've got a Henry Cavill action figure, 1/6 scale figure that cost me $300 sitting on the shelf. I don't care. I don't care that he snapped dude's neck. I thought it was cool.
Right.
He was about to laser beam that family. What would you do? It don't matter to me.
Exactly.
Bro, but I mean, it is kind of justified that he actually did that in Man of Steel.
In Man of Steel, he did it. Exactly.
But like Jerome said, we go back to the original. He dropped Zod.
He dropped Zod in the endless cavern in the fucking.
No power.
I went back.
Didn't have powers.
Yeah. I went back and read some of the earlier Superman stories. He never killed anybody. You know what I'm saying? But Superman was threatening to kill people in those first few comic books.
Exactly.
Bro,
Threatening, holding them off to the side of buildings for cheating on their wives is for like very, very small reasons, bro.
But hold up. In those early runs, the early Schuster runs of Superman, same thing with Batman. They was killing bad guys.
Oh yeah.
Superman was killing. And
corny
so
scene,
Batman.
Man, I kid you not. I'm not making this up, gentlemen. I'm not making you guys gonna think I'm making this up. I'm not making this up. I saw Batman was laughing already. Put a stick of dynamite, a whole roll of dynamite in somebody's pants and threw that mug in the sewer. He blew up. I saw it. It sounds crazy, but it's happened before.
Batman are in the book.
I've seen it. To get rid of a bomb.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
this is true.
You guys,
he could have pulled the Adam West and ran around the town with the dynamite. There was other things he could have did.
And you know from the jump, bro. And I'm unapologetic. Jerome, if you don't know, now you will know. My favorite superhero of all time is Wonder Woman. Sorry.
All day.
It is all day, every day. And she gives two fucks about killing. She'll kill if she has to.
Yeah.
She will.
And this is absolute and regular.
She'll absolutely and regular. She will kill if she has to, bro.
She will kill you.
You know what I mean? She is a competitor. She's a fighter, and she never likes to give up. And it will basically happen. So it's going to be interesting to see how he portrays this character. You know what I mean?
She'll probably be nerfed. She'll probably be nerfed.
It depends on the director. It depends on what director that they basically choose, because it may not be him, bro. But that's
Can I ask you guys what you guys thought about Creature? Not to go deep, but Creature Commandos had a different tone than Superman.
It was dope until the last episode.
Right. Yeah, but just saying the potential, not even going to the details, but it was like he can do something that's a little bit more extreme, and then he can do this PG.
It was definitely dope into the last episode, but
I can't remember what happened in the last episode, which probably means that I can't remember the last episode.
He does very well with unknown characters.
Correct.
He definitely does that. He does a phenomenal job with unknown characters. But here's the thing. I want to say this real quick. It's going to be controversial, but I don't give a fuck. Here's the thing. I saw a whole bunch of people that I basically know that are Superman fans, and they're very forgiving of this particular film, even when there's plot holes. But some of you motherfuckers were extremely picky and pointed out and really biased. And on top of that, it was a whole bunch of motherfucking bigotry when it came to Ironheart. Don't think I don't know you.
Exactly.
And I know half of y'all motherfuckers out there are watching right now. I see you.
An MCU film? Oh my god.
If this was an MCU film, they would have picked this motherfucker apart, bro, and it would have been no fucking worries. They would have did that. You have selective viewing experiences when it comes to an IP that you stand behind, but something that might be good, you don't want to give it a fucking chance, especially when it has a woman in it and she's black. Plain and simple, I don't give a fuck. You can watch this. Go tell your mama I said it. It's real. A lot of y'all motherfuckers out there are bigots, and y'all don't like to see a black woman or a woman in general in a lead fucking role, and y'all will fucking complain about that shit. But this shit right here, if there's a plot hole, come on, man.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
100% facts. I don't give a fuck, and I'm just putting that out there. So you can say what you want. I don't give a shit. I'm putting it out there. That's how it is, man. So sorry about that. Y'all can think it was trash. I enjoyed it. It's my viewing experience. I loved it. I'm not saying whatever, but on top of that, y'all are quick to point out those things, even if things make fucking sense. She was extremely intelligent, but y'all wanted to downplay her. Y'all didn't want to give her fucking credit. And her experience was her experience in Chicago. And that's just what it was, man. Fuck out of here with that bullshit,
bro. Listen, they came at Ironheart, bro. Bars. Like we had 7 clowns that we had saw. I put it on my page. Came Ironheart. Wow. The racist bullshit comments and all the racist shit they said about Ironheart, and now they're holding the gun by his balls. You know, it's ridiculous. Like they got him on speed dial.
Yo, hey, them dudes that were talking that didn't like Superman.
Yeah, I don't think so either, bro.
Yeah, they ain't like Superman. Remember, they wilding out that he's an immigrant right now. They wilding, bro.
Yeah. He's on Fox News.
Bigotry is expanded.
Wait. I'm sorry, Darth Negative, but I have to politely disagree with you. Because yes, it was. Especially if I have to pull up a group of 6 individuals who are content creators who were on that bigotry shit and saying some really racist shit. If I have to put that up here right now to prove you wrong, bro, I am sorry. And I fucks with you, but I disagree, and that is a wrong assessment because there are some motherfuckers out there that did make it about race and gender because it's proven, and the proof is there. It made national news, CNN. It made so many different platforms that put it out there. So yes. That is out there. It was bigotry. It's too much proof out there to say it wasn't, bro. So yes, I will be the same, and I will be that dude.
Hey, let me say this.
Page and I went at the dudes. So
no, gentlemen. Let me say this because he's been pretty involved in this conversation in general, and that's the only thing he said. It's different. So here's where we're in a weird space, and you guys chime in and tell me if I'm wrong. We're in a weird space because you got the toxicity happening. And then you got people, even in terms of the Superman, right? Like you guys have said some stuff that I could have took personal if I wasn't the master whiz, the prop whiz, and I was sensitive. And be like, man, are they talking about me? You know what I mean? Am I a shield to Superman? Nah. So there are. So what I mean is, don't confuse. I'm giving negative. What was the name? I'm giving you a benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
That there are some people who genuinely didn't like Ironheart.
Yeah.
And there's people that genuinely don't like Superman, and it doesn't have anything to do with race, politics, or anything.
Yeah.
But there are some toxic people, and the people that they're talking about, and some people that we actually know that are actually saying racist things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there is. So don't confuse. So if you're one of the people that don't like, if you didn't like Ironheart, we're not.
You
saying
just didn't
that
like
you're
it, and that's fine.
Right. But there are people out there. Yes.
There
and
are
those people
out there
aren't
that's
hiding.
been proven that have actually said it, and I mean, all the way down to her not having a father, making fun of her fucking name,
saying,
where she's from, all these, and making just even the ethnicity of names that is culturally present with us, black individuals that have been enriching us for years. They made fun of that shit. So it is out there, and it does exist. I've seen it. There's a video out there that I have that I just won't give these fucking dickheads credit for. So that's why I don't put the shit out there. But it definitely exists. All I am saying is people will defend things that they basically like, and they are not willing to call out parts of the film that might be questionable. You can like something, but you can also have subjective thought.
Right.
When the shit went down, I had called Wiz about it, and I posted about it. I was pissed off, like, bro, like, come on, dog, like,
ruin my day.
If you don't like it, you don't like it. But I'm saying, bro, there's 7 clowns that made this whole podcast about all these racist things about why they didn't like the shit. Motherfucker, like,
what's a black name for Jarvis? We should call them. They was wilding, son.
Right.
Yeah, they was wilding.
Really bugging. I went at them boys on their shit. I didn't give a fuck. That none of them can see me. But it is what it is.
See, there we go. Darth Negative came back. See, that's what I mean. See, I figured you probably took. We ain't talking about you. You know what I'm saying? If only you know your heart. You know what I'm saying? So if we're saying something and generalizing, this ain't a negative environment, bro. We ain't attacking. Nobody.
Because I fucks with him, bro. I fucks with Dark Negative. He says a lot of valid points about a lot of shit, and I really fucks with him. I can disagree in the same aspect. Say that these things exist. I know there are people out there who have valid points, and the reason why they have those valid points is because of, in a sense, Marvel's track record and their non-belief in their own IP. That's valid. So I can understand that. But at the same time, this was, and mind you, she was the very first African-American female headliner of a show, of a comic book show in general, right? And got attacked and, literally got attacked.
Most started before the show came out, by the way. Yeah. So that's how we're able to recognize it. When you're not making YouTube pages saying that you're racist, we can kind of tell when you start dissing something you ain't even seen it.
The show hadn't even dropped for about, it was like 7 months out, bro. And all these fucking shits on YouTube and all that type of shit on Facebook. The show hadn't even dropped yet. They were just making an announcement that it was going to drop soon.
Yeah.
And people went absolutely horseshit.
Yeah. But you know what? That's the same shit that they did with this, bro.
Yeah.
That's the same shit that a lot of motherfuckers, especially, and I'm sorry to say it, bro, it's the same shit that a lot of Snyder fans did to this particular film, bro. They crashed out on this film before it even got its seen light of day. A lot of them did it, and there were a lot of negative. But mind you, though, here's the thing: Rotten Tomatoes was smart as fuck. They was like, "Ooh, not this time."
No,
not this time.
96%.
They was like, "Not this time. You got to be registered. You have to see it.
Register.
You cannot just basically get in and give like a negative fucking review like that. That ain't gonna fucking
Thomas, it's on my page, bro. You gotta go to my Facebook page and see it.
Yeah, Thomas, go on the Facebook page. You'll definitely see it, man. Or I'll send it to you later on.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying, bro. Like on both sides, that shit has to stop. You can have valid opinions. You can have constructive, opinions and shit. But that back and forth shit, throwing stones and saying "fuck you" for liking this shit, or "you a clown" and all this. Come on, man,
bro. And there's people that benefit. That's the way of the world. There's people that benefit off of that. That's the reason why why it starts before it even happens, right? They're already stirring the pot. And I was saying yesterday, it was like, dude, this might be my villain origin story, because for a split second, you want to attack because it feels like it's me against Zack Snyder fans. Before I had to realize, bro, I ain't getting rid of my Man of Steel movies. That 4-hour Justice League movie, I might watch it tomorrow, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm trying. But
watched it today.
Imagine someone.
I watched it today, and even that, as flawed as. Here's the thing, bro. Because I'll talk about BVS, and I'll say how flawed that shit was. Because when you fucking turn fucking Zod into Doomsday, that shit pissed me the fuck off.
I didn't like that.
That shit pissed me the fuck off. Y'all couldn't be more original than that shit, bro.
You know what?
Even that they showed them that early.
But you know what part though that I really loved, bro, when Superman got nuked, and he was out there in space.
Oh yeah, in the sun.
Around, dog. Oh my god, that was one of the dopest.
Jay,
scenes.
that's only because you like him getting his sun absorption from floating in space. I like mine with the magnifying glass.
Crying like a bitch.
Here's the thing.
That's how I wake up in the morning.
And you know what? You know what? I'm glad that Renz brought this up. Why did you say that name? It was a quick ass turnaround once that whole Martha thing came up, and all of a sudden Batman was like, "Trust me, I'll save your mom. Everything's cool now."
You
just sliced his face, whooped his ass the entire time, man. Come on, bro.
This is where I prove that I'm a Snyder and Gunn fan because I'm gonna defend that. It makes sense to me.
No,
I was surprised. I was sitting there.
Bruce Wayne,
you can't beat him up.
But hold on, time out.
It showed Batman's humanity.
Right, you're dealing with a dude that had mad trauma with his fucking parents getting blown away. That's why he turned into fucking Batman. So he had that little relationship with Superman, saying his mom name was Martha. It clicked. Like, oh shit.
See that explanation right there?
Cat. He's a regular.
That was a good explanation, man. I need you on my side with the Superman thing.
I'm coming,
man. I'm sorry.
Too far.
I'll be there.
That scene, even though the fight scene between both of them made perfectly good sense. But it was the quick turnaround. Just like we talk about the turnaround, and they made Superman a villain. That turnaround to me was a bit too quick, bro, and it was safe. It was safe for that particular movie. It was a bit too quick. I was like, come on, man. Nah. You can just be like, yo, I'm going to save your mama, but I'm going to whoop your ass later because we still got beef. My building broke. You fucked my shit up, but I'm going to go save your mom. We'll talk about that Martha shit later on. You know what I mean? We'll talk about that. Yo, Lois is fun as shit, too. But I'm going to talk about
right.
Bro, you know what I mean? I got a problem with that. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, bro. There's some shit Mark Lee would say. I'm just letting y'all know. But I'm just saying, like, bro.
It had really good scenes, bro, with Batman and Superman, but like them showing Superman's real power, dog. Like even a nuke can't take my man out, bro. Like I love that scene and seeing how powerful he is, bro. He was sitting there floating in space, body rotted out, dried up. My man hit the sun and just
that was dope, but I just didn't like the simple fact that they made Zod Doomsday, bro.
Yeah, that was whack. That was
Everybody whack, bro.
Everybody that was whack.
That was so whack, bro. Like straight up, man. I think that was them pushing Zack to get done. I think.
Yeah. Well, the fact that they even did that movie without doing Man of Steel 2 was them pushing it to happen. Because their goal was Justice League. Their goal wasn't to make these good movies one at a time. It's like
Brainiac was supposed to be in part 2 of Man of Steel, man.
The approach, how they just introduced that shit too quick. It was fan servicey around that time. You had the Avengers that was kicking off and shit was going good. They wanted to do Anyway, bro, I digress. Great discussion today, man. I don't want to, because we already 2 hours in. I know people got shit to do, man, but definitely I love this. Low key, man, you ain't say much, man. Like,
I made my.
I feel like that was my fault.
You said I made.
Hold on. Did you see what Evangelium said at the end? The last.
See, we're gonna take a nap inside the sun.
He can say he can take a nap inside the sun.
Yeah. Exactly.
He can.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's been in the Superman 1 million was in the sun for like how many years, bro?
I think 100 years or something.
Yeah, he was in the sun for wow, bro.
I just want. But what happened to James Gunn Superman?
James Gunn, he had a magnifying glass. He could handle the sun. That's what the magnifying. You don't know what that magnifying glass was magnifying.
You know what though? I will say though, that scene was in the books. It was in the book. It was in at least one book.
We go.
I know Ant-Man hated that scene.
For real.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good writing.
Swag. That's whack.
That's good writing right there.
Otherwise, listen, I will
Swag.
say I just listen.
That is trash.
Bottom line is,
Hey, we
bro,
need to get an Ant-Man costume for Jay, just for that scene.
Yo, crazy. Listen. Look, I'm glad the film is out, and this is an incredible month, man. Like we got
dude.
we got
Moving
fucking
on now.
Fantastic
Let's get
Four
the
coming
fans
out.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Fantastic Four coming up, bro. I cannot wait for that, man. I definitely can't wait for that film. It's getting good reviews as well. This is a good month to be a comic book fan, a superhero fan, man, like straight up. And I will say that I enjoyed Jurassic Park. I don't know what nobody say.
I'm gonna check it out. I ain't seen it yet. I'm gonna check it out.
I loved it,
I'm
bro.
gonna watch this.
Right.
I got that one.
Just not the original, but it was a good time.
It was a good time. It definitely was good time. I just love the different take. I love a different take on something. I definitely enjoyed it. So I cannot wait for that to drop, man. But anyway, man, thank you guys, everybody out there, for being here. Jerome, man, I'm gonna start with you first, man. What you got going on your channel? What's coming up, brother? And thank you for being here, bro. We definitely Jedi Kid for you.
Big bro.
You are Jerome.
Yeah.
Anytime you actually want to come, we do comic book talk with friends on Mondays. Anytime you got your time, whatever you want to drop through, you are definitely welcome here. As always, I ain't gonna do you like they say I do everybody, man. They say I bully ball everybody. Just be like,
He does. That's the truth. I've been on Wednesdays for the last 3 years. And he put my person. I said to him in the chat. He's like, "Come on!" I was like, "Well, goddamn."
I will say this. My brother is known as the Batman, and he has an incredible collection. As the former retired sheriff of Clayton County in Georgia. And so anything that you have that comes up with Batman, this guy knows all about the Dark Knight, and his persona is really big on that. What I got coming up is this Saturday, we're going to go ahead and talk about the McDonald's killing in Chicago. Remember that?
Yeah,
that woman, a mother with 6 children. She sent home an employee 2 days in a row. That employee came back who obviously had mental issues. And unfortunately unalived her multiple times, unfortunately.
Crazy.
In there.
Damn.
So we're going to talk about all the aspects.
What's the name of the channel again?
This is called Hill of Justice.
Hill of Justice.
That sounds dope, bro. You got YouTube channel and podcast, or just video?
Yo, we got video
Jerome everywhere.
Yeah,
iHeart.
Yeah,
I need that iHeart joint.
Yeah, everything. And so we're going to talk about the aspects of the case, what to expect, and certainly what some of these, these telltale signs look like. And for everyone that knows this, I think everybody knows this type. If somebody says, "Bet I'll be right back," get the hell out of Dodge.
Get out.
Don't play around. So that's what we got going on there.
Here you go. Y'all see it right here, man. Hill of Justice, man. Awesome channel, bro. Like, definitely, man. Doing it up. This is incredible, man. So, yes, you see it right here.
I see the Superman hat, Superman shirt. So this ain't just for the day, bro.
Nah, he do it.
This is every day. I'm
living
that on the show.
He's living that life,
right.
bro. That's
Living
what
the
we're
life,
talking
son.
about. Living that life, man. So definitely, I will put the link to the channel here in the chat, man. So definitely, y'all can actually get that. And make sure y'all give them a follow. As a matter of fact, you see what I'm doing right here. You see that click?
Bing, bing, bing,
right, bing, bing. That's how it happens, bro.
Bing.
That's definitely how we do that, man. So
Thank
basically,
you for bringing me on the show. This was very, 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 very enlightening.
Yeah, definitely, man. I just put the link also in the chat. So basically, the link is there where y'all can actually go ahead and make sure you follow him, man. So definitely, man, I appreciate that. Thank you for being here, man. And Jedi Kid, thank you for inviting him. I trust his judgment, man, when he said he's going to invite. You know what I mean? Plus, I think you helped because you being here didn't allow him to crash out like I know he would want to, bro. Because you don't understand. Jedi Kid would have crashed out like a motherfucker.
No.
I was going wild out tonight. I calmed myself down.
Yeah, he was tonight for sure.
Yeah,
he looked like he was already crashed. What happened is he been hype all week.
That's what
y'all saw. He been wilding all week. He finally was able to say something like, "Well, I didn't like." I can see it, bro.
Yeah,
he done said everything already.
Yeah.
Hey,
He got out that. He got out that trash.
Everything he wanted to say, right?
Trash. He got the main part out.
2.5 trash cans. 2.5
trash.
2.5 trash cans.
2.5. I appreciate you all, brothers. I really do.
Definitely, man. Thank you for being here. You invited
new fan.
Your brothers invited you anytime, man. Definitely appreciate you, man.
Boy.
Vince, man. Tell them what you got going on, brother. Besides Vince, before I say anything, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry you had to watch this film and see somebody portray you in the most horrific way. You had to basically see that, man. Like, cause Jimmy Olsen, I'm watching this. I'm like, this
Jimmy fumbled, bro. He was fumbling like a mother.
I feel like, please don't lump my name with him. He said, no. Like, bitch, bring your camera. Come the fuck on. Like,
let's go.
He was scared of that box then.
Word, boy, that box was right there. Nigga. Wait a minute.
Actually, you know what? He did have something common in with you, though.
Who?
What did he have her down in his phone as? Mutant toes.
Oh, hey, that dude said it looked like they spilled shrimp cocktail on your feet.
Yeah, bro. He said mutant toes. Yo.
I was like, I'm using that, son. Those feet better be pretty around me,
That's
son.
what happened. He was like, I could, but the agony of the feet.
He said her feet was ugly. I said, wow.
Yo, son.
He said shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail on her toes. On her
feet right now from Boomerang.
Had a human toe.
Fucking her feet, goddammit.
That's what Martin said. That's what Martin said.
Yeah, but So, aside from that, I have a con coming up this weekend in Hershey here in PA. If anybody I do, 19th and 20th. So I'll be gearing up for that this week. And other than that, just same old. We'll be back here next week. Comic Talk with Friends. Talk about all the other stuff that we didn't get to this week that we'll have more time to dive in on. So looking forward to that. And then, damn, Boar's right around the damn corner.
Is that next week?
It's 2 weeks.
Yeah,
next 2 weeks,
25th,
right?
the 25th.
Yeah.
The 20th. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Shit, I can't wait, bro.
Yeah,
I cannot wait. I was checking to see if they were playing it in IMAX earlier, but then I don't see it anywhere. Nah, they ain't doing that right now. But
I gotta go to the IMAX to Disney Springs to go watch it.
All right, man. But
wait for that shit.
Definitely, bro. I cannot wait for that, man. I already got the shirt. Vinny's known for getting the shirts, but anyway, I already got the shirt. Anyway, man, thanks for coming through.
Can't wait.
You already know, man. Jedi Kid, man, what's going on with you, brother? Are you happy now, bro? You good?
I got most of it out. I'm good. I know about it more.
Can I interrupt him, Jay? If 2.5 trash cans is bad, like, does more trash cans equal worse or better?
Don't ask the question, Vinny. It's gonna send this shit down. I thought about it earlier.
Let me tell you. Is that
negative?
More trash cans would be worse.
Prop was like, yo, don't ask that question, bro.
So
Prop was like, yo, don't ask that question.
Yeah, more trash cans would be worse.
Prop was like, yo, don't ask that question, bro. Please.
I thought about it earlier. I thought when you first said it, I thought about it. I was like, no, don't do it. He's gonna send it to a tailwind.
More trash cans would be worse.
A river, black hole. What was that? That antimatter river. I hated that in Superman as well. Don't send me down that river.
Yeah. Antimatter river.
I didn't like the river. Don't send me down that, bro.
That was whack. Yeah. That was trash too, by the way. But but 2.5 is okay. If you get more than 2.5, then you're really, really into it.
It actually don't sound bad. I'm actually glad that he did ask. It doesn't sound as bad now.
Right, you're going
to
want
0 trash cans.
Right. You're going to the ass realm if you get past, 4.
All right, look.
2.5 is okay.
He started to cross that line, no diddy.
Right.
I know. Well, pause whiz, baby.
That's a pause wizard to get, ass trash.
Pause whiz.
Yeah.
Pause whiz, bro.
A 2.5 is still bad, but it's watchable.
Yeah.
I mean,
we know it's watchable 4 times.
Bro,
we know it's watchable.
Yeah. Listen, when it's
you
free,
said 2.5 out of 5, right?
When it's free, 2.5 out of 5. Yeah.
2.5 out of 5 ain't bad, bro.
No, it's not bad.
Like, you know what I mean? You still giving the fighting chance.
It's watchable.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how it is, man. But anyway, bro, thank you for being here as always.
No doubt.
Calvin was just here for you, bro.
That's my man, bro. Y'all didn't let Low Key talk, bro. Like,
because he don't want to, bro. He said only a few words.
Look,
Get it out.
I'm just good. Y'all see, I ate. I had some entertainment.
My man was watching the free live. He watching live.
My man was like, I looked down. He was like this.
My man was like, oh, hold on. They asked me a question.
Calvin was sitting there fucking some food up.
My man had live.
Came home with the groceries. Y'all see I disappeared. I went and got my sandwich, right?
Oh, that's why I was like, where did he pull the sandwich from? Like,
Straight up, bro.
Live
pay-per-view,
boy.
Live pay-per-view, bro. Like, straight up. Bro, he was like 2 weeks. He's like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna have to get on that show, bro.
I knew it was coming.
Bro, I ain't really go crazy. I've been arguing with motherfuckers all week, bro. I was just like, I'm trying to hold on until Monday.
Yeah.
I was calling Wiz like, I was arguing with motherfuckers all week. Dog.
We had a couple practice runs, man. But we had good. But you know what? Every conversation we ended with love, yo. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was therapeutic too. It's like, yo, it's a movie, bro.
So Friday, I'm sitting up here I'm just chilling. I see Vinny put up here.
Too.
Bro, you called me on Saturday. So everything was cool. I was gonna wait. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna wait until like this weekend or Sunday. Then I seen Vinny put up his review. I was like, shit. Let me just go here real quick, bro. Let me just put my shit up.
Y'all
right
played
now.
me, man. And I put Leal was balanced, but he was balanced. But I put him in the category with y'all because Jay commented on Leal's thing, like, yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Like he was with you.
Say nothing.
I was like, he didn't even say nothing.
I ain't say nothing.
He was already claiming to win. Even though I knew you didn't say nothing, Leal, I still treated it like, I don't know, son. Maybe Jay don't talk to him. Maybe Jay don't say that. I was getting all paranoid. I was all paranoid. Like, Jay probably talk to us. I gotta go with.
I said he know how to answer the
Jerome.
questions.
Yeah,
and you was the cherry on the cake. So imagine, I'm already thinking it's 3 against 1. It's about to be 3 against 1. Then Jay called me like, "Yo, I'm about to invite my boy." He didn't even tell me what you felt. I could tell by the fact that he was inviting you. I was like, I already know what this is about. How is this gonna go, bro? So 4 against 1. I was like, I need low key. I need balance, bro.
Prop was the gorilla versus 1,000 men type of shit.
Bro. He held his own. He held his own,
bro. He was fighting.
Hey, I was trying to sell tickets. Look, hey, it's not even live no more. I'm still gonna be selling tickets. Be like, yo, you gotta watch this. It was me against them.
Before we came on, Prop was Denzel and Hurricane in the cell, just like
word.
Yo, chaos to the mat. Yo, y'all don't even. It's strategic too, because I was like, I'm gonna put this Zack Snyder Superman here, so they can't call me a Snyder hater. I'm gonna put the old Superman, so you can't call me a comic book hater.
Listen,
this is the science right here, baby.
Check it out. You know how popular? Listen, Calvin. We had almost 85 people in here watching on a Monday, right? Normally, like we had almost 85 people in here watching on a Monday.
Oh god!
Just to hear what the fuck Jedi Kid was going to say, bro. Yeah. Ain't that crazy? That's insane.
They've been talking about you on a Wednesday, bro.
Wednesday, bro.
Wednesday, they were already talking about.
They couldn't wait.
Hey. Lael, I noticed Lael made the little flyer a day before, a little day earlier. I was like, okay, I see.
There was no reason. There was no reason to add anything else, bro. I was like, this is what it's going to
I
be
put that
about.
shit on my story earlier. I had several guys who be like, "Oh yeah, we gonna be there. We ready for this. We gonna see this."
Hey, what I tell you low key earlier, I was like, dude, we should have sold tickets to this event. Yeah, pay-per-view version of this.
bro. If you watch, every time we talk, this is how I know when.
Oh god.
This is how I know Prop's gonna say shit. When we talking, he go.
Right. Boy, mad. The boy be getting mad. The hands go up.
He's rubbing himself. He's getting ready to say some shit.
Boy, man. He was mad at me a few times the night the hands went up.
Hey, bro. Hey, Jerome. I promise I don't interrupt because I know I was interrupting these brothers a lot tonight. And that's my way of trying to interrupt because usually I just be jumping in. I was like, let me just raise my hands. Maybe they'll
I knew that shit was real. I knew it when it was getting real for Prop when he was whoop that nigga ass.
One day.
Yeah, I don't even cuss on my own show.
He was like, yo, whoop that nigga ass, bro. I was like, oh my god, bro.
Yo,
and then Jerome was like, go on, say it.
That boy was mad. That boy was so mad tonight, bro. He was mad, bro. That boy was mad, dog. Well, I called this meeting and said, this is Guardians of Metropolis. That boy was so hot.
Hey, I didn't even say that when you said that, yo. I couldn't even take for that, yo.
Guardians of Metropolis.
I couldn't even take for that,
bro. Prop went hood quick. He went Atlanta. He went Decatur on you, bro. You did, bro.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Anyway,
man.
I'm sorry, Calvin. What you got going on, bro?
I said it. This was price of admission. I appreciate y'all letting me come.
No doubt, man.
I'm tired. I've had a hell of a day.
Oh,
that's all I got to say. I'm full. Now I just gotta go watch this fucking movie and hope I don't fall asleep on it.
Hey, Prop, man. What's going on with you, baby?
Yo, dude, I feel like this is the pinnacle of this review thing, but because I recorded a review, I got my teleprompter. Yes, the Wiz uses the teleprompter every now and then. I recorded and edited the video, so I'm loading it tonight. It's going to be too late. This is gonna be better, but I'm loading it anyway because I put the work in. But I got a couple of toy opening joints, man. I got a little Predator. I think it's called a Mini Co figure. One of them figures got the big heads, but they're like real detailed. So I got one of those popping up, man. And dude, I got a whole rap career, man. So you know.
Yeah, I know.
How much you pay for that? Hold up.
For which one? Oh, this is from the local shop, dude. It was only like $30.
You know, he trying to find out.
Bro, I don't. The Spawn thing, I think I'm better.
Bro,
I think I'm better.
How much you pay for that, dog?
Hey, yo, Jerome.
I think I'm better. It was $30.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You talking about the Spawn?
Jerome,
show him that Spawn you bought.
We gotta do that.
Jerome, show Jerome the Spawn.
On Monday.
Show the Spawn, bro.
Watch this shit. Jerome, look at this shit. Watch this.
Hold on. I gotta grab the signature thing too. This is all.
No. Show him the one you bought.
Price, man. This is all part of the price, bro.
Hey, yo.
Listen.
Listen. There's a story behind this.
Turn around. Look at that. Look at that little ass.
Hold up. Let me bring it in.
Bro.
Put him on Zoom, dog.
You should have kept
Look at this shit, bro. Look at that shit, dog. Get the yo. This dude.
I mean, he's crushed over, man.
Listen, no.
Yeah,
$400.
Son, don't tell me that.
Listen, Jerome.
Come on.
Now, I heard you retired, right? You're retired. I'm retired. A lot of us is retired on here, right?
I'm retired.
Yourself, shit.
But I know you remember the days when tax season would come around,
right?
And you have it has been a long time. I had one of those moments. It's been years, but I had tax season. Like I'm just gonna spend.
You deferred tax season until now.
Listen, that's what I'm telling myself, man.
Hold up. Okay, so that's 400, right? Now show them the one you made.
Show them the one you made, bro.
It's upstairs. It's upstairs. Ain't no way.
Okay.
Oh no, it ain't upstairs. You lying? It's in that room.
It is. But I got something for you.
It's in that room. It's in that
Get
room.
the magnifying glass in the fortress.
Now, Ron, look at the one he made, bro. Look, he made this one right.
This ain't the spawn. Spawn is upstairs, man. But this is just
Watch
for
this.
context. For something that I 3D printed.
Okay, now,
That was 3D printed. Okay.
he made that. Now he made that, right?
Right.
Now, this is something I did by
And for free. For free,
Right.
he made that for free.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
that other shit for $400.
Yeah, you
That's what I said, man.
You
I had a disposable income moment
Yeah.
and forgot that I was really broke.
Okay.
No,
Fair
stop.
enough.
But the spawn statue reminded me this will never happen again.
Okay.
I'm gonna remind you so you never do it again.
Let me get a solo real quick.
It was the signature.
Let me.
No, don't do it to me, man. Don't do it to me, yo.
Yeah.
Since we're on Superman,
Low key, we having statues on hand.
I believe this Superman was retail for $9. I think I got that one for $9.
900, right?
That's third sale.
Right.
And that's only part of the base right there. The base stretches all the way to the other side with another angel
Right.
on the other side.
Okay.
Right.
But, so I'm sorry, bro. That 400, you should ship that. Sent that shit back.
I got one. I couldn't ship. I never shipped nothing back in my life, yo. I just gotta take the hit, man.
You gotta take the hit.
Listen.
It's gotta
I'm
be
the
glow
kind
in
of
the dark.
brother.
Bro.
I'm sure you put a light behind it, it'll go through the. It's a whole story with that. Listen, I'm the kind of dude. I'm that dude. When I kill a spider, I leave it there. I leave the body there as a reminder.
Right.
This is a reminder that you ain't got $450 this
Right.
pay. Because he wasn't $400. He was $450.
Got it.
And I got the reminder. So he sits on there. I got him a spot on the shelf.
Oh my.
It happens. It'll never happen again.
Oh my God.
You said
Jedi's when he gave me his phone number, he was like, I'm gonna give you this. And the reason being, before you buy anything from McFarlane,
call me.
Call me.
Yeah.
Just call me.
he gave me the Batman speech. We gave him the signal. It's like, word.
Yo, I'm mad he said though, we all retired. Nigga, who you talking to?
You get there. Hey, I know, but you know you get there. You almost there, baby.
If it don't rain tomorrow, guess who's gonna play golf?
What you
If it don't
say?
rain tomorrow, guess who's playing golf?
For you?
See, you retired.
Okay,
Yo, retired motherfuckers, man. It's gonna take me a minute, bro. It's gonna take me a minute to get there, bro. But I'll get there. But definitely, bro.
Don't brag. I probably shouldn't have retired. It ain't all apples and oranges over here, bro.
No.
I probably
No.
I got to do photography every now and then. Every now and then, I got to do a wedding, something I don't want to do. I shouldn't even say that on air. If you need wedding photography services, I am your man. I love it.
Yo. Anyway, man, thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody out here, everybody in the chat. Definitely a successful show, man. It was a great show. See it on playback if you're just joining us right now, man. We definitely appreciate you guys, man. All of these guys being here again. All things subjective. I still enjoyed the film, and I want them to get a win. Can't wait to see what's going to actually come next. Everybody go out. If you haven't actually seen it, experience it for yourself. Well, I'm guessing if you're here, you have seen it. But see it again. You know, definitely what it is if you want to do that. But thank you for being here. We'll be back next week. Again, you already know we got Say What Wednesday. We got Uncivilized Scoundrels on Thursday. We got Figure Flex Friday, Collectors Lounge on Sunday, and then back for Comic Book Talk with Friends on Monday. So thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Until next time, man. Again, we'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day, good night, and a good morning. Talk to you later. Peace out. Peace.